What is going on, you guys? What is happening? God, cough. It's the corona. Contagious, she's contagious. Run. Hey, happy Valentine's Day to all you beautiful, amazing people that may come on later and watch this. What's happening, everybody? We alive. We alive. Wow. I'm going to take down that first one. Move it to the trash. So happy Valentine's Day. I hope each and every one of you have a super blessed Valentine's. Jen's vlog. Jace, my baby. Honey, I love you so much. I wish I could just hold you. Nanny misses you. Miss you so much, baby. Adventures with Love. What's happening, man? What's going on? Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to my son. That's only one there I was going to get on. It's almost two, though. Like, what are you doing up that way? You're always up this way. Happy Valentine's Day. It's early, kind of, not really. But, you know, we figured we'd go live. We were sitting here kind of just chilling and reading a comment from somebody. And so, I'm like, we should go live. We should go live. Facebook. Hey, it's going awesome. It's going great. Made it to, what is it now? What is it? It's barely, hey, I love you. You're doing great. You're doing a good job. Keep going, babe. Okay, so yeah, made it safe to Jersey. It's just amazing to come from somewhere like Alabama where we don't get snow hardly at all to here. And I mean, I seen snow drifts today is tall, almost, good grief, as tall as some houses. That thing back there where they push it.
Oh no, they're from the cloud tile.
Man, dude, yeah. I wanted to go run up on one, but I was scared I'd fall into it, so I didn't.
Because it's partially frozen out fully. So some patches it's rock hard, and then you take that one step, you're at the bottom of the thing.
Who'd I be talking?
What's up?
Oh, it's a Jose.
I'll be over there in a moment.
Yeah, I'll be here in a minute. So, yeah, it was really, really cool. We got up and chilled for a little bit, and we got dressed and went and got a bus. It was so cool. I'm down there just vlogging like crazy. I got a lot of editing to do, but I'll be honest with you, I planned on editing all day. Like I've been saying it all day at least. I knew we had plans, but after but so anyway, I got home. Wow.
Wow, you home already?
Hey, I got home over here. You know what I'm saying? No, I got back here 4 days. I done lost it completely. I forgot what I was even saying. 2 days.
I just woke up. I can't sleep. Been a long day. With the little one, the Nisi and everything else.
Hey, Steph. Who's my blue Steph?
Steph. Oh, that's me.
That's you. Jace.
Oh, that's. Oh, it's you.
That's my baby. No, it's not me. It's Jace.
Yeah, that's him.
Mm-hmm. It's me. It's him.
It's you.
So.
Everything but me.
So anyway, yeah, vlogging, editing. I was supposed to do it when I got back, but I was like, you know what? It just really felt good to not do anything. So I continued not doing anything except for Facebook. It's been real fun.
Sorry I didn't get in contact with you earlier again. It's just we've been busy and just lounging and stuff like that. Kind of, I'll be honest. Lounging, but not lounging. Huh? No, I was supposed to answer Jim back. I'm just telling her. I didn't answer. No.
Hey, you like that? Isn't that cool?
I still gotta talk to you sometimes.
So I'm drinking out of my ever. God bless. You know I'm tired. I can't talk. My first ever bought merch. Sold. Yes. My first ever sold. Okay, we'll get this in out eventually.
Take a 1 hour nap and it turned into 8 hours.
Oh, well, you must have needed some sleep, love.
So it goes, yeah. Oh my God.
Okay, this is the best creamer in coffee. I've never wanted to just sit and drink coffee back to back.
Oh, yeah.
To back.
We found a new creamer.
It is delicious. It's Fruity Pebbles.
Over here, at least in this market around me.
I've never heard of it before. It is the best. Look at that.
International Delights. I don't know if you'll see.
There you go.
Yeah. Right. Fruity Pebbles. Fruity Pebbles creamer, and it tastes like it.
Oh
it really does.
It's so good.
Has a citrus, berry, but not too lemony.
You would think that it wouldn't mix together, but it really mixes together well. Okay, so let's address Facebook for now. Okay.
Yeah, go with one thing, and then we'll go with another.
Well, I got two things on Facebook.
Well, I got it. Well, address which one? The big one?
They're all big. Okay, so my Facebook, which I love so much, I really do. I've been so excited ever since we went to Memphis, and I don't know if you know, if you've been following my blogs or whatever, or my social media, we went to Memphis not that long ago to get a friend out of jail. And so like since that weekend, I took that picture. I had that. That's what it was. It had to be. I took that picture with me with the big glasses on. That's now broken. They're broken. Oh, Jace, I love him. Jenny&Jose. I'm still Jenny from the block.
Whether I gotta say something in case Mama listens in, or you can play it back while it's early. Car.
Oh no, that was for Delana.
Oh.
That was for Delana.
Oh.
Delana was wanting to hear
car
you.
Or me say car?
For you to say car.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mom. Delana.
It's for Delana.
Car. Water.
She was like, I know, I've been following him. I've been watching his videos. The way he says it, his video. I love me so much, Delana. If you're watching this, I love you so much. She made sure that I got to the airport, and she totally checked up on Jose.
Tracker.
I've got a tracker on me right now.
Overhead photos.
Yeah, I have a tracker on me right now that I can even see when her battery level is low on her phone and my battery level is low. So like we can keep up with each other.
Look, I'm a Puerto Rican. I ain't fucking gotta worry like that. But
I appreciate
it. You worried about like her well-being heading in the city? I'll tell you, the Rican side of me that keeps an eye out and knows does come out. Jenny may not know it, but I'm gonna be watching like a hawk. So we're gonna pop off. The only thing I have is I say, yo, we moving. No pressure, not what's
Listen, you don't have to say anything, especially this girl from Memphis. I mean,
the Puerto Rican in me will turn full blow when it comes to protecting and making sure.
You better, because then I'm gonna kick you.
But go ahead, anyway.
Okay, so
that picture.
So that weekend in my cop glasses, the one is my profile picture on everything now. Those glasses actually broke the very next day. First off, bummer, broke my heart. I was so mad. Anyway, okay, picture. So I posted that picture on Facebook and I put it as my profile pic. And for some reason, Facebook has been nonstop. Like today alone, or at least in the last couple of days, I've gotten at least 300 friend requests, if not more, because it was at 300 and something earlier.
When she arrived here, it was 363.
And as of right now, I've got 3171 that are already friends. Okay, and in my friend request, I have
363 jumped up
618.
618. Not including the ones she added. Now add how many you added since being here?
I've at least went through 100 or 200. Just going through and adding people because
you're talking about close to 900.
I mean, it's crazy. It's really crazy. If I would have friended everybody that sent me a friend request, which a whole lot of them are fake, you already know that, and probably a lot of them that made it through are fake. But anyway, it started off as like my personal page, and it still is, and I keep it as my page because I would never get rid of that. That's who I am, and that's what my channel is about, is being who I am. But
so you made what? Start looking.
Yeah, so I made a fan page to where Jenny the family can go on there because it's going to be soon. At that rate, if it keeps doing it, because it's not stopping. Yeah. That's been like almost 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Almost a month of nonstop. Yeah, I'm gonna catch that. Oh, baby. Here you go. Bringing some new.
We're gonna block. Those other two cheesier ones.
But so Facebook, I don't. It's crazy. I've never. It kind of makes me a little nervous because, I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love to blow up. Who wouldn't? Just saying. Especially a content creator. If I get all those people from Twitter and all those people from Facebook to come over here to YouTube,
Nope.
I'm gonna go to bed. I love you so much, and I miss you. I miss you more, son, and I love you. And happy Valentine's Day.
Later, Jen.
And please video chat me later, or I'll video chat you something. Please, I love you with all my heart. You're my world. Okay.
And Jace, I hope to see you.
Yeah, you gotta come. He would love it.
Better.
Oh, he would love it.
There's a lot more to do, brother.
Dude, I've recorded a lot. That's what I'm saying. So tomorrow I'm going to work on editing. But back to Facebook real quick. So if you don't know my love life, welcome to my channel. Hey, my name is Jenny the Fan. So I've been in love with the same dude for a long time. He's my one. That's how I feel. It doesn't mean that either one of us are in the right headspace to be the one for each other. How about that? But so anyway, so today I posted a relationship status update because I am taken and that's how I feel. I'm not on the market for anybody. So was a true statement because I am still technically his. 11. But anyway, I changed my relationship status because you can ask Jose in going through and confirming just 25 friend requests. Out of those 25, at least 10 of those are going to hit me up on Messenger within this. Hey, baby, how are you doing? Hey, darling. Hey, oh my God, you fell from the sky and this, that, and then I'm just like
not even cheesy lines, some straight up vulgar.
Oh, shit. I had a dude send me a dick pic. I mean, just out of the blue. Cool, you send them whatever. I'm not down in anybody.
This is your channel. My channel is going to be nice and response.
But it's crazy. So anyway, that was up with the relationship status, and I changed it. And I have a feeling that a lot of people thought it was because me and Jose, because I'm here. Mm-hmm. But it's not.
A lot of people did.
Yeah, a lot of people did.
A lot of people, my friends, hit me up and calling me. So, how's everything going? Good. I'm not gonna say her name. I don't want to put it out, but like, so, what'd she say?
So, tell me the big news. She put me on speaker. Put me on speaker. And she was like, "Tell me the big news." And we're like, we're doing a death nut challenge. And I was thinking, like, what big news? What happened?
Yeah.
And then it hit me, my relationship status, seconds before. So anyway, just to clear that.
My friend, another mutual, Jennifer. That's it. Yeah, I mean, all kinds of people I know.
It's so funny.
Like, if not hitting me up, hitting her up.
So Facebook's just been a trip lately. Because I will be honest with you, the other day at home, I did nothing but Facebook, and it literally, I was constantly doing something because I mean the friend requests just will not stop. It's crazy. We got to get them over here.
I do want to say something about the status.
Okay.
I do.
What?
I know you ain't doing it.
Oh God! No.
But, no. I don't know if you'll take this challenge with me.
I'll do it. Yes, I will do it. Woo-hoo. Okay. Best Valentine's proposal ever.
Death Nut Challenge.
Bum bum bum.
Only person I would trust right now to do something like this. That
I'm a terrorist.
If she goes where I go, someone's making a call at least out. From after the call, we're both on the ground. They at least know where we are.
It's gonna be terrible.
So there you go.
Yeah, we thought it was like one nut in each one, and there's like 6 in each.
She actually came up with the idea, but she thought it was version 1, one nut at a time. She didn't know what's available is version 2, where it's like 5 to 6 nuts per level. So, okay, that there was my confession. I'm not
scared me. About 14 seconds. For about 14 seconds, just almost freaked me out.
Yeah. I had to give him what it was. Did you ever figure
Valentine's Day and everything?
that out, baby?
Well, I don't know. What did you figure out?
Figured that out.
Facebook? If I figured that out? No. What's going on? Where do these people come from?
So
Is it that picture? If I change my picture, do you think they just stop? I don't want to risk it. Because here's the thing.
Hey, how many of you? Ain't no one doing
here's the thing, though.
That's the thing.
Here's the thing.
So
even if none of them ever come to YouTube, they all stay on Facebook, and it keeps growing like that.
But your page can't keep your page.
Right? Yeah, I gotta get it. Yeah, but the rate it's going, that's not going to take very long anyway. And the only other page that they can go to is my spam page.
But then you got to come up with a whole new personal page.
I just keep that one. I just keep the one I got.
Yeah, but you can't have all those kind of people just from in there because it's not just from you.
Well, once I've reached 5,000, once you get 5,000, it stops. You're gonna get friend requests anyway.
Not for me saying strange views. I don't want them to know my base.
Well, you still if you're hanging out with me, you're gonna get friend requests from strangers. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but like
you might as well get ready for that. I'm sorry.
Some of the profile, I know.
Well, I mean, there's
like,
trolls out there.
My kids.
Yeah, but you don't have to friend them.
No, I'm just saying. Anyway.
Tweet it and delete it. But so yeah, Facebook has been a trip. I'm super thankful for it though, because here's the thing. I started out doing my videos on YouTube. This is before I ever even had a YouTube. I used to go on Facebook Live all the time and do my devotionals and and let me tell you something, we're about ready for one heart to heart because I'm feeling some kind of way about a lot of different things. Okay. Yeah. Real easily can go from to just like that's seriously.
I know.
Seriously, for real.
You're a mama.
No, I mean it's just not just that. It's just several things. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. Yeah. I have this whole texted out anyway. So yeah, it's just been nuts. It's been crazy. But super glad that I made it here safe. I did miss a flight. That was traumatic. It was traumatic, okay? Because I'm like, I'm on this plane, and these people beside me are going to like B gate, and I'm going to A, and I look at the I almost said the waitress. I look at the stewardess, and I'm like, is this
Jose? Is this Jose?
No, I was gonna say this hotel. I was gonna say this hotel. Is this airport huge? And she was like, it's huge, humongous, huge airport. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And she's like, yeah, and you're on the other end. And I'm like, okay, we got 20 minutes till my flight. They stopped, and see, I didn't think about this. They stopped boarding 15 minutes before your time on your ticket. So we get up there, and I run like 2 miles with this pitiful my poor little suitcase. The handles broke off of it.
So it had wheels, but you had to like hunchback Notre Dame.
Oh, there were moments where I was running and holding it at the same time, like, get that back. Running, trying to run.
Deanna,
hey,
that's Jesse's
friend. So yeah, so I got to the thing, and this lady was like a little ways in front of me, and I could see her talking to the man. She's like, "What do you mean you're not going to let me in?" I'm like, "Oh my, I'm going to be stuck in North Carolina. I'm not supposed to go to Jersey." And so we went over to the little customer service desk, and she's like, "Okay, we have another flight in 2 hours." And I'm like, "Hey, right on, dude." Which it kind of scared me because I thought you already left, so I was worried about that. But
yeah, she thought I was already at the airport.
Oh yeah, it scared me. Or no, I thought he at least already left.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh my goodness," because I called him when I landed in North Carolina to say, "Hey, I've landed," and he was gonna head out. Tony, hi, darling, you sweet baby, love. Mwah.
I love Tony.
But so I called him back real quick, and I'm like, I texted him. I said I missed my flight, and that was before I even knew that I was getting the other one.
Looks so what, B? What's up, B?
Hey, B. What's up, B?
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
You drunk.
It is Valentine's Day. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah.
But anyway, so I text him, I call him, and I'm like, or I actually text him, I'm like, what am I doing? So I called him. I'm like, dude, I missed my flight. He's like, okay. I was like, have you left yet? He's like, no. I was like, great, cool. This is I have another one in 2 hours. I was like, I'm starving to death. I need to pee. I need a cigarette. I hadn't smoked a cigarette since 10 o'clock that morning, which I still didn't get to smoke one until after I got off the plane in Jersey, which was like 6, almost 7 o'clock, 7:30. So anyway, so it's like I finally got to breathe. I went to this little sports restaurant bar thingy, and I sit there, and I was like, the first thing I saw was a drink list, and I wasn't gonna drink because I'm not big on drinking. I was gonna get a drink in the air this time to help me kind of relax. You go, Junior, we got back. The cat's outside. Go get them kids. So anyway, I went in. I had a drink. A White Russian. It's delicious and nasty all at the same time. It's kind of stout. Like I said, I don't really drink, but so I'm like, okay, well, I order a meal and these nachos are like $15. I'm like, dude, I'm starving. I don't even care. I'm gonna splurge on myself. Everybody deserves a $15 meal every now and then. I worked really hard for my money to get to come here. I'm just saying. And we'll still work hard for my money when we get back home. So, about 200. About 200 for coming up here. But anyway, so I got my bill, and I almost. I'm messing with that. I'm back. Just ate a snack for now. I almost ordered another one, and I noticed in the thing that the drinks didn't have prices on. All the rest of the stuff did. And I was like, I'm gonna wait, let me get my ticket and I'm gonna see how much it was. And it come up there and it was like $40. And I was like, whoa! For a lousy sandwich. Yeah, it was nachos, but it was like this pork that was kind of like the like cafeteria pulled pork, like it's good, or like that Quick Mart pulled pork, you know what I'm saying? That's what it was. Sloppy Joe meat. Revisited. I'm not gonna lie, it was delicious because I was starving. But it was not $15 worth of nachos. So the drink alone was $15. I almost died. I was like, well, good grief. Oh, because my niece wore you out. Those were good ones. So happy Valentine's Day to each and every one of you. I hope you all have a super blessed one. We're super early. We wanted to be the first to tell you. Hopefully. If not, the second or third. So we've got some really fun things coming up while I'm here. We're hopefully going to go into the city. Hey, we just got to do weather and check because there's some. But if the ice storm comes up like they're calling, that'd be good for editing. That'd be a good couple of days for editing and laying back. Some quick little lives, random lives, and drop some. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been amazing to not have to worry about dogs or kids. But my poor mother, who will watch this, my biggest fan. I love you so much. Thank you so much. I really, really needed it. And even though, stress follows you, whether you're in New York or Alabama, except for now I'm here and can't be there to help you with everything. But I really appreciate your support. So next time, Mama, you need the vacation. Yeah, you're coming. My house is open. You're coming, but I'm bringing you, so. So I'd find somebody to help the dog. I don't know. Wait. But. Oh, now there's two of you that are going to have tractors? I'm going to have to talk to Lena. That's hilarious. That's so funny. Dang. Wow. She said, I put that my status. Address. I knew why she wanted my address. Well, see, yeah. I'm not dumb. Well, I was like, I told Jose on the way to the airport, Crystal and Lena was both like, you don't know him. He could chop you up into little pieces. I'm just saying. I was like, dude, a lot of people know I'm going. And they were like, you need to get his address, phone number. And I was like, oh, well, hey, look, that's no offense. But that's legit when you're a single female or any kind of female. And you're going off into the great unknown by yourself, especially. There's a lot of people around here. Walmart? Like you I thought there was going to be some fights. You get lost in the woods, you get lost in the cities and that. Mm-hmm. All in Walmart. Yeah. Wow. That was now you terrible. Understand why suddenly I started trying to speed up. Like, you know what? I'm done. I felt it. Totally praying for you, honey. Totally praying for you, baby. North California is really today.
because of snow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is nationwide snow that's coming through, and ice storms, and winter mixes. Ours start, I think, tomorrow morning or soon.
I swear, last
No,
week,
no, I mean Monday.
about last week, it hit me, and they were calling for all that first Arctic blast to come down, and I was like, wait, why did we plan my trip in February? And I was like, oh, because I wanted to come soon, but I didn't want to come too soon because I had to take care of some things.
And my son was off, so he was going to be at his mom. So that gave time for us to know each other and go do this. Because when my son is that much older,
Yeah.
even on vacation, he's just that much older. 10-year. Try to get him out of the house, so away from technology. He's going to be.
Well, this is what like I said, we're going to have a lot of fun.
We're still planning our itinerary.
Yes, yeah.
But we're going to come up with backups that if the weather is like, if we get one day in,
oh, there's challenges.
Some stuff, but
there's some. We got.
Hot and cold.
Yeah.
Well,
we got a cold one for sure.
We're going to see that after this ice storm. A cold one, yeah.
This is literally the most snow I've ever seen in my life. My whole lifetime combined. Okay. Whole lifetime combined.
Yeah, East Coast getting snow, yeah. But explain the snow for you and it's arriving in Jersey because it was cute. I'm sorry, that was so cute. And the whole time from when we got here to today, you were doing it.
I'm still doing it. Yeah. I have so much B-roll of me just coming up like the snow on the sidewalk or whatever.
And this wasn't the totals that like in my videos.
Yeah, even Stu was saying that. He's like, this is nothing. He's like, this is a 2-week snow. And I'm like, this is a lot.
Like for any one of you on Facebook, my Facebook, I dropped a couple of videos when this came out like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago.
It didn't give it justice.
And the snow here settled. You know, it does settle and melts and then compacts itself. But the original.
Crazy.
But for Jenny, even the compact is just.
Correct. Crazy. I probably said, oh, look at the snow. Oh, snow! Oh, that's snow! In that vlog, I've had to do B-roll on that just because
you might have just to do a quick little snow vlog of just that, like a blooper reel, but like snow.
But our Uber driver was cool. I was really glad we got him. He was cool. But so from the very beginning, I wanted to come into this whole vacation not looking like a pro, but getting my crap together with my channel and going live and all that stuff. And then I had this big, long, exhausting, nerve-wracking flight. So by the time I get out, I'm holding my phone like this, ready to film when I see Jose or when I think I'm fixing to walk out, you know. I was going to make a big thing out of it. At least vlog it because that was the point, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, you know, once I walked a mile, I'm like, oh God, man, you know, the phone didn't stop and all this other stuff. And I happened to look up and there's Jose. I'm like, no, God. So I'm like trying to not look at my phone, because he's live. And I'm like, how rude is that?
Somehow my nerves and nerve-wracking, I muted the audio on mine. It's still on my Facebook. So like Nubs, Jen, or whoever's on my
I don't think it ever showed me.
No, because I think I hit the button. I probably hit stop, so it's ruined. But I'm leaving it as a blooper reel because you get my nerves.
We did vlog it once we stopped.
Yeah.
And went off to the side and everything.
Yeah,
so
you got it.
So I tried to pick. I dropped the ball on that one for sure.
She picked it up. No, you got the rebound off my mistake.
Yeah, but I should have been ready. Like that was my whole point. But I mean, the whole time it was so funny though, because on my flight, like the flight to North Carolina, I was in the very back of the airplane on the very far left, in the very back left corner. What's up, Robert? All the way to the back, very last one. And then there's the stewardess right here beside me. She was buckled in. But so I happened to just be vlogging, and she's like, "Are you on the phone?" I'm like, "No." On my camera. I'm a vlogger. But so I'm like recording. I'm like trying to record myself in the window and stuff as we're taking off and all that stuff. And all of a sudden I look over and I see this big, huge engine. I'm like, whoa, holy crap. Because like you look out this way and you can see the whole wing, you know, the whole wing. And I was sitting there admiring the wing and stuff. And then when I noticed that, I mean, it was like right there beside my head. So I got it. Oh, it was really cool. Like I was like a little kid. I recorded us going up, recorded us coming down.
Now, for anyone that's taken very little flights, be honest. You
is
start
a
thinking
trip.
Final
Oh
Destination
my
and shit like that.
Yeah, we were totally talking about that. Like, I don't know.
Twilight Zone.
Anybody in the comment that's ever flown, when the little ones were like starting to be like, oh god, like little wires were showing, like, oh my god.
Yeah, you notice every little imperfection. You're like,
We're
is
only
that bolt?
and
Why
then,
does that one bolt look different?
And well, I see these little white wires that come out and down
yeah.
like little L shaped. And I'm like, what is that? And they're like flapping in the wind. I'm like, oh my god! And then the cabin, they're like, we are officially 27,000 feet in the air. I'm like, oh my god! Why did you tell me? You could have just said we were 10, and I'd believe you.
All right, Jen, hit me up in the morning. I'll hit you up because we're up late. We may sleep in a little bit. I'll definitely hit you up. Jen, sorry about today. It's just been catching up and stuff.
If I'd have known he was supposed to holler at you, I'd have reminded him, but I'd have probably
sorry, Mom.
I'd have probably forgot. I'd have probably forgot. My memory's terrible, but I love you so much. Happy Valentine's Day, and I hope you have the best one ever, ever, ever. And tag us or something when you go live, so we'll know.
Yeah.
Because I'll forget.
Yeah. Tag on Facebook.
I forget when I go live.
Go there. I'm lost with tagging. You know,
tweet.
My notifications there haven't been working.
So as of right now, I've got at least 2 vlogs. The flight in, or even the prep before, because I started. Oh, because I vlogged me and the kids.
The bus.
It's the bus. Oh my god, the bus was cool. So that was a cool experience.
She had a lot of firsts. The first time I've seen that type of snow in a big city kind of area. First time on a public bus, just to have that as well.
That was cool, and there wasn't that many people in there, so it made it even that much more cooler because I could enjoy it without feeling like I'm, because when you're YouTubing
buses are a little tight,
and you got your phone like this, a lot of people are kind of like, you get this a lot of like, it's kind of a violation of privacy. It is, but
Winky Dread, Locks, Twilight Zone. See Twilight?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Every time I get in the air, I start thinking
on the wing of this thing.
I remember looking up at this dude in front of me thinking, man, what if I got sucked out right now? Mm-hmm. That's terrible. Like, who thinks like that?
Final Destination.
Maybe that's what got it all in our heads. But yeah, so we've got vlogs coming. I'm gonna edit all day tomorrow, probably, hopefully. And then we've got some lives coming up. I'm pretty sure we're gonna go live tonight.
Meaning Valentine's Day, not
for
now.
Sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I'm not sure what
time. A little bit
yet.
of cooking. Well, it might be a few like quick things of me cooking. A little bit of that, just little updates.
Well, see, here's the thing. I would like to save the cooking for the vlog.
Okay.
We should vlog. I mean, unless you want to go live on your channel or something, or we can go live on it. It doesn't matter. But I would like to vlog it because of my cooking vlog.
Yours. So I'm talking about mine.
Okay.
The Valentine's Day. We were doing. Or is that a vlog too?
Yeah, I was just going to do what?
Like background footage and then edit. Or the cooking for today.
For today? Yeah. I mean, okay, today.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, let's vlog that.
Okay,
let's vlog that.
Okay,
yeah, and then like after supper or whatever, even while we're eating, we can go live. Yeah.
She could give.
So we have both.
She could give her honest opinion. I mean, she better be honest. Take her through the subway.
Just burning.
We're gonna have to go through the subway.
I know.
New York City subway.
I know. Oh my
part
goodness.
of the itinerary. She wants to go to Grand Central, so we gotta plan the itinerary before we go.
There's so much stuff to see.
There's so much,
bro.
Bro.
When we got in the car last night, was it last night? Wasn't last night? Not for last. No. Anyway.
Well, we got back.
Yeah. Okay. So like we're in the Uber driving away from the airport. He says, "Oh, and that red spike over there in the top of that building over there, you see that?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "That's the Empire State Building." Almost died back then. I was like, "What?"
You don't realize how it's far, but it's close.
I know, it was so tiny. I mean, it's literally because it
looks
so
like
far
a movie model.
Yeah. But like I wouldn't. For some reason, I don't know why.
During the day, it's noticeable. At night, it blends in.
I don't know why it never come to mind.
You can see it like that. Not many people think where I am. Yeah, you can see that.
I mean, it's the Empire State Building. It's huge.
You should see, like the route the 163 takes goes along the Hudson briefly before it hits the tunnel. Unless it's the express, and you won't see it. But if you take the local, you will see the West Side Highway and part of the New York skyline that way.
And that's another thing too. I wish we could get to 1,000 on my YouTube, so that way we could vlog, we could go live on my phone in the city. I love you, Tony.
Have a good
You're the
night.
best.
Sleep
Is
well,
she
please.
leaving?
Yeah.
Oh, too bad I go. Oh, you're the best. I love you so much. You're beautiful and amazing, and I be loving you so much. Thank you for all your support and love. I appreciate you. I hope you have the best Valentine's Day ever.
Also, Jenny's going to be here. I will be going live at some point this week. Um, getting in, it's going to be coming soon. The Death Nut Challenge. But for my 600, 600 sub, I'm doing the Toe of Satan. If you don't know what it is,
if I have to take
chance,
you, if I have to take
video.
You, if I have to take you, if I have to take you to the hospital. Dana, we love you.
Happy Valentine's Day. Yes. What you doing?
Right. But so we're gonna go live tomorrow night. We've got some vlogs coming, and I won't be able to go live on my phone while we're in like New York or in town anywhere because I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet.
I think I can go live on my phone if you had to. You just it's my stream. I don't know if you
can't go through on StreamYard. Not on your phone. Remember, because you always had to go. Lori, I love you. I love you so much. Happy Valentine's Day, my lovey. Hello, and I love you. But so we got some vlogs coming, and we've got some lives coming. So make sure, and we're also going to do some lives on Facebook too. I thought about Twitter, but Twitter kind of dropped the ball on me. I love me some Twitter, but Facebook is really just zoomed right on in there. Becca, hello, love. So make sure that you're subscribed and you're following us. Make sure you get the notification bells on because we're gonna have a blast. So much fun. I'm so excited. Had so much fun just going on the bus today. Like we did a little trip. We took the bus and we went down and we went to a couple little stores or whatever, like a little
like
shopping
a Marshalls,
mall.
Burlington.
Yeah,
it's like a strip mall,
found the cutest pair of white boots on the face of this planet, and I was so unsure of them because they're white, right? But they were pink. I like them. And so I'm like, I finally decide on them, and the cutest pair of pants on the face of this planet, and I look up, and the line, no joke, is literally all the way down the length of the store, all the way down, and then all the way down the aisles. I'm like, whoa, no way, dude. We're not standing in line for these boots. So we're gonna try to go back.
When they first opened,
catch them. Hopefully they're still on sale because they were only $8 and they were cute, totally cute. Happy Valentine's to all of you. I feel like I hope nobody thinks that I was like lying about my relationship status because I mean, not so much to do with it.
So that's good.
No way. That's probably why. That's probably why. So you can't do. I can't do it on my phone.
Let's go right now. Yeah, into create.
Yeah.
The trial version may not. If it's still under the.
No. So yeah, we don't really even know.
We could record some, do some live recording, and we'll exchange footage.
We don't really even know where we're going, and also
that's why we're making kind of an activity.
In case you don't know, my best friend is here at the same time as me, which I'm fixing to go to Florida and see her anyway. So I really don't want to impose on her and her man. If you don't know, who I'm talking about, Melissa, my sweet Melissa. She,
you know which Melissa.
Yeah. She is here in Jersey with a man. And so I'd really love to go and hang out with them, like in New York one evening. It would be so much fun. But like I said, I don't want to post them. So
no, but that's why if you see what date's clearing,
they're going to get more of the brunt
of it with the ice.
Well, she's leaving the 16th, so she's leaving in 2 days. So yeah, that won't happen. And then there's the ice storm coming. Yeah, she's leaving the 16th.
Oh well, with the ice storm, that's on a Tuesday. That's part of the ice storm. So they may not do the flight because the freezing rain on the wing is not good. So.
Those are pimp.
You could have them.
Woo! I like them. I like them.
But we'll figure that out. You could call and talk to see.
Yeah. Anyway, so and then of course when I leave here the 21st, I'll be flying down to Orlando and seeing. I was gonna say hopefully, definitely seeing. Definitely seeing the oh my gosh, and Miss Tiffany standing there. I'm so excited. You get to hug
If you tune
all
in,
their necks.
again, I will say, I know I've said messages. It's going to sound clean, but thank you. Thank you, Tiff. Thank you, Omar. For being a
I'm
good
so
person and
stoked.
friend to Jenny. She means the world to me. Care about it, but to see her get as ecstatic and happy as you guys, that means a lot to me too.
And it's my third
So,
trip down. It's not like my
no,
very, and I'm still just as nervous. Like the other day, I was trying to, because I know at least most of your YouTubers on here, but when you're recording in front of people that you usually don't record in front of or whatever, you kind of have that real nervous or shaky feeling. I told Jose, I was like, how am I going to do this in front of Omar? Because I did it with James. I vlogged with James a little bit while I was down there, and it was terrible. I completely cut his head off.
Yeah,
and you could tell I was so nervous, just talking about stupid crap. Like when I went back and watched, I was like, what an idiot, But I mean, when you get in front of some of the greats or just people that have, anyway, it's scary, but I'm excited. I'm super stoked because all of you guys, you, Omar, Melissa, Tiffany, y'all like the most important people. Not the most. Okay, I'm not saying the most. Here's the thing. Y'all hear me say, "Oh, that's my best friend. That's my best friend." The truth of the matter is, I've probably got about 10 best friends, and that's legit though. That is legit. Like Melissa's my best friend. You're my best friend. My mama's my best friend. You know what I mean? Like the list. Jace is my best friend. The list could go on. So don't.
Take offense.
Yeah. There's definitely no offense. It's a rock star group to be in. Yeah.
Everyone's got that inner sanctum of like.
But I'm kind of different too. I'm a little bit different than most people in the world. I am. I really am. My heart's just way different. I don't know. This world is crazy, you guys. Well, I'm definitely crazy. That's for sure. This world is crazy. I'm gonna tell you right now, the negativity that I want to be a positive influence. I want to be inspirational, but I'm also not going to sugarcoat it and just be like, "Oh, life is great all the time."
See, Jenny's about positivity, but she experienced a New Jersey Walmart, and that positivity. Ooh. She was yelling at me like, "Don't worry about it, don't stress." And then all it took was one lady online to cut off, but like almost like knock Jenny out of the way.
She was like, "Oh, well, I guess that makes me the asshole." I'm like,
yeah. And then there's another, online that other Spanish woman that just was like,
she gonna see a little Alabama girl up in here get all up in it. I know she ain't talking to Jose.
I was like, oh, you come in Jersey, you become in Jersey now. I'm just saying. Yeah. Either you find really nice or you find those you just want to.
Don't mistake my countryness for dumbness. You know what I'm saying? Because that's probably as dumb.
Kindness for weakness?
Sure, that too.
Country kindness.
But anyway, so it's been really, really cool. Today was the first day here, so it was really awesome.
Now she has it. The other reason in New York, she's got experienced several foods.
Yes.
She's had some of my cooking.
That was one of the first things that hit me. Was like, dude, I got
a New York pizza. Okay. She's got to have a push cart or what we call dirty water dog.
Is Becca leaving? Have a good night. Have a blessed night. Oh, she did. I love you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Love you all so much for staying with me.
Have a blessed night.
Love all y'all. I don't know who's still here.
I don't know. A dirty water dog, which is a separate hot dog on push cart that sits and simmers in water all day.
Which I don't like hot dogs, but it's like one of those foods. It's like one of those foods that I only eat like when we're having hot dogs. It's like every now and then, or like an occasion or whatever. Right? No. Yeah. I'm not gonna buy it.
It's for the experience. Yeah. Hopefully, we gotta find if it has the casing.
I want to load it. As long as they'll load it down with veggies.
Sauerkraut, red bean sauce.
I'm probably going to anyway with the Death Nut Challenge. That's gonna be.
And then a hot pretzel, New York City hot pretzel. Mm-hmm. Oh, good night, Jenny.
Good night, Nubs.
Wait. Nubs, you're sleeping? You're sleeping.
It's late.
Oh, there's only two people. But you know what? That thing ain't active again.
Well, that's fine. I mean, we'll have people that watch.
We're not on here long, but we'll just watching all that and straightening things out.
So pretzels, hot dog.
Mm-hmm. Oh, pizza. And Aaron, if we're there, if I see a bigger place, we might bring one. But also I'm going to try to think of somewhere around here locally.
She said she was gonna stop
That
and get
could make
some,
it a
right?
Taylor ham, egg, and cheese. Yeah, unless tomorrow, Stu's got to get me hard rolls from somewhere, and I can make it. Not tomorrow,
At some
Monday
point
morning.
on one of these
Taylor
trips,
ham, egg, and cheese.
at
Jersey
some
style.
point
So
on one of these
good,
trips, we're gonna find that hidden restaurant and go try that cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Like we watched the Hidden Gems of New Jersey and New York.
And there's a hidden restaurant.
My goodness, dude,
$9
there's all
burger,
kinds of cool stuff. Like they're saying something
like this classy ass building, and then this little hole in the wall, like pub restaurant looking place.
Oh, it's like $500 a night to stay in that hotel.
The hotel,
Yeah,
but this
yeah.
pub little restaurant with $9 burgers, but it's supposed to be good.
It's the best burger. So anyway, like I said, we just wanted to kind of update everybody. I had an epic fail with my relationship status today. That was just, I mean.
So yeah, okay. So Facebook's blown up.
So Facebook's gone crazy. So since we've been sitting here, 666. See, I just said 666. That's terrible. It's going to hit that though because it's closed. I bet it hits it tonight.
So anyone else watching, look, Jenny and I are friends.
627.
The person she's talking about ain't here. That didn't sound any better.
Yeah, the person I'm talking about is not here, and it's not that we're not together.
Yeah,
it's not that we're not together. Here's the thing: I belong to him. That's how he sees it, and that's pretty much how I see it. I don't know if it's ever gonna work. Love you if you're watching this. But I do know that I'm off market, and that's what I was trying to relay. And I'm not. I wasn't like announcing our relationship, but I think. The world's like, oh, she goes to New York or New Jersey for Valentine's Day, and now all of a sudden she changes her relationship to everybody's like, I knew it, and I'm like, no, you don't.
Everyone's like, we knew it. So we don't know if they're just jumping on a wagon, are they cheering? We don't know where that came, but then it hit like, oh yeah, it does kind of seem that way, really odd all of a sudden. Yeah, okay.
So 628. And it was like 602 or something like that when we started. I don't remember. But it's literally gone crazy. Facebook is going. I don't know if it would be gone viral, but it's going.
It's going somewhere.
It's going fast, for sure. We're at 30.
But for any of y'all that are mods, be on the lookout, future reference that, because some of these are not good.
Well, a lot of them are men. They're seeing a good picture.
But
here's the thing. Here's why I don't want to just delete them all and go on. Because just delete them all. No way. In those, God's going to see fit for me to accept the ones that's going to need something that I might have other than what's in my pants. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, please elaborate because that's not
Yeah. So we're talking about God. I don't think I would put my pants in.
But I'm talking about these guys are going to hear that.
But
I got some.
So, if you've come from Facebook, I love you. I appreciate you. I'm so glad that you're here. I really hope that I can be an inspiration to whoever may come along to this channel or Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or anything. I actually had somebody call me an attention whore like last week, and it literally made me stop and think, oh my God, are you? Are you an attention whore? You whore. No, you dirty attention whore. And I was like, no, you know what? I'm not. I can't stand the way I look, honestly. My face breaks out. I can give my own flaws bigger than anybody else. My grill, this anyway. But I don't think I'm like disgusting or what I'm saying? Like I think that I'm a beautiful then it's coming out right. Anyway, I'm not.
She's not that.
I'm not. I just want to be an inspiration to anybody in the world that needs inspiration. It is very hard right now to find inspiration. It really is. For the past year, I have struggled so hard to vlog or edit or get on my channel at all because inside my own brain and my own heart, the spiritual warfare that I was going through, I questioned the Bible and my God, that's terrible. That's not good in my book. It scares me. And I reaped because of it. I felt the blowback of it. I felt the evilness coming in, the bad, terrible thoughts, the anger, just things that I don't want to feel that way. I'm not that person. I'm bubbly. I'm energetic. I like to laugh and cut up. I think I'm the funniest person I know. I'm not gonna lie. And my mama comes in second place because she is hilarious. Absolutely cracks me up.
When mama gets going.
You'll mess with my mama. My cigarettes. Oh.
All right, sure. Probably on the other side.
So anywho, yeah, totally not intentional. And I'm scared to change my Facebook picture now. And I almost want to change it just to see if that's why everybody's coming. But at the same time,
turn into a zombie.
No way. At the same time, I'm like, no, bring it on because this is good. This is what we want. Yeah. We want people to come. But like I said, there's going to be bad ones because that's part of lessons in life anyway. Honestly, like I said, I can accept 25 friend requests and ask him within 5 minutes of doing that. At least 10 of those are hollering at me, and I don't mean like, hey, would you like to be friends? I need somebody in this world to talk to, which I could almost handle. I'm gonna say almost just because I'm a little tame at the moment, but I can handle that, But 90% of those, I had a dude come straight at me with a ding-a-ling pic within 5 seconds of, there's a friend request right there. I mean, it's ridiculous. I've never.
Yeah,
makes my stomach hurt. I'm nervous.
I wanted to surprise her with a dick pic.
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah. Dick Van Patten. Dick Van Dyke.
Stop freaking me out.
Dick Trickle.
Quit. Stop it.
I was going to send you a whole slew of dick pics.
Beverly, I love you. What happened? I need a distraction. Hey, well, okay. Facebook's blowing up. We don't know where they're all coming from. We're going viral on Facebook, baby.
People think there's some going on.
But it's my personal page and not my fan page. Yeah. So we're just going to let the personal fill up.
It's making its own life, actually. It really is.
Oh, dude. At least 300 prayer requests a day. That's crazy. So anyway, we're talking about our itinerary and what we're planning on doing. We have an idea. We're going to do some live. We're going to do some vlogs. We're going to do some cooking vlogs, some challenges. I want to vlog it. I don't know if I'm going to go live. Maybe go live on one of our channels. And maybe do it live on yours.
Other than my total scene, I'm doing another live.
Okay. Well, I mean, for the day, though, because I said we could go live. We could go live. We could go live on my. I could go live on my channel and on the phone. I could vlog it on the phone. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because I want to vlog it too.
Yeah, you can still record.
But at the same time, if I go live, I don't have to edit. I don't have a lot of editing to do.
No, but you can still highlight even a challenge in a separate one for people that don't want to sit through the whole thing. You just kind of edit to the challenge. So
man,
I'll show you a channel that does that. They edit to the good parts.
It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be terribly hot.
That happened.
So yeah, I changed my relationship status on Facebook and changed it to in a relationship because.
And the timing of it.
Technically, I don't know if you'd call it a relationship, but I've been in love with the same man for like 5 years, and he's out home
and 3.5. So right there, that doesn't add up.
And so me coming to Jersey and it being Valentine's week, and then me announcing that relationship status change in the midst of it. I'm pretty sure everybody
right before Valentine's Day,
the night before. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that everybody thought me and Jose were together, but we're not.
People did think. The first one to really comment was what's her name at Walmart, because that's when you did it, didn't you? Pretty much at Walmart. She was the first one to respond. Okay.
Hmm. Oh. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. She was the one. She's the first one.
She was the first one that was like, oh my God, you better text me right now. I was like, slow down, babe. It's okay.
Yeah, like, what is this about? And then boom.
And then she was like, oh.
Yeah,
Yeah. Girl, I'll have one with you. Well, light it up, baby girl.
My friend Lisa hit me up even before you put that status. Did you know that?
It was funny, though, because his friend called tonight.
One of my besties here.
And she said, put me on speakerphone.
And she saw, hi, how are you? And then not like the third.
Jose, do you have any big news to tell me? And I'm like, big news? I'm like, the Death Nut Challenge,
oh, no,
and it hit me.
Yeah, as it hit you, I saw your reaction. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, that.
Yeah. So I don't know who will watch this to clear all that up, but there you go. That's what's been happening.
Wait, you'll have one.
So Beverly, I think it's cigarette. Are you okay, my love? Is everything okay?
What's your name? A death nut? You want to do a death nut challenge with?
Oh my gosh.
Suck on Satan's toe?
I thought about saving one peanut each for Jace, but the OCD in me, and for everybody else out there that might say, well, you didn't complete the challenge because you didn't eat all the peanuts, so you didn't do it right.
You didn't even make it to one full stage. Even if you make it to stage 2,
I may not
make one nut, they'll say nope.
Yeah, and in my head too, though, I'll be like, you didn't complete that challenge. You didn't eat them all. No. So anyway, yeah, happy Valentine's Day to all of you. I hope, and pray that all of you have a super awesome Valentine's Day. I will be honest with you, Jose, you've made it already super amazing and awesome. And I really appreciate your friendship. And I love you. And
I love you too.
Oh, man.
We've known each other 3.5 years. We talked behind the scenes and, gone through some stuff with each other.
We've helped save each other's lives. I mean, just being there for each other. I mean, when everything happened with Mom, I mean, I remember being at Papa's and just feeling so, because that was the same time me and Jeff, all that happened.
Yeah,
that was all at the same time. Within like the next day of my mom trying to commit suicide, then me and Jeffrey split. I mean, it was just like one thing after another, and it was so terrible. And then I'm like, well, I hate to say no wonder I wouldn't run into another man because I needed help. I needed help. I couldn't do it by myself. I couldn't be at home. And then to see that person step up where nobody else was stepping up, even my own family, it just, okay. So there's life.
Like you asked a lot of questions.
Lots of problem solving needs to be done. I'm dealing with a bully in my home and trying to keep peace. Oh, well, I don't like bullies, so let me have them. Let me just bite into them. Come here. You leave my Beverly alone. I'll whip
for my channel
kick your ass.
Because I'll blow up easily when you mention bully and other things. I'll blow up.
Boomer! Hey, there's George.
He calls me George.
Oh, I was like, where?
Hey, George.
Hey, George.
He calls me the white name for Jorge instead of Jose. And that's my home slice. Now my Wonder B bread. White bread. That's my white bread, brother.
That's funny. So, I'm sorry that you're dealing with a bully. If it's your house, then don't deal with it for long because But if it's your man, girl, you deserve that. No, we go. Really? There's nothing. My phone's just steadily going off, bro.
Beverly, if you ever need to talk, let me explain. You have Jenny. If Jenny's busy and here or any time after that, you hit one of us up. Don't think because I'm a guy, I don't understand if it's from that side of things. Okay, Jenny knows, and I put it out there. I've seen a lot. I've been through a lot. It's not direct. It's been, no, don't worry.
That's where I'm at, Beverly. With I'm trying to turn. Okay, we can't save everybody. We can try. I definitely will give it 100% college try because I feel like every person in this world deserves a chance after chance after chance after chance because I've been given chance after chance after chance. So, but in that, definitely you deserve better than being around somebody that's going to degrade you and make you feel less than a beautiful, amazing, epic person. So, I'm just saying, let me out of my keep it ass. Come on over here. Come on to Jersey.
Yeah, come to Jersey.
This little Alabama. Kicking your ass all the way back to Alabama.
You seen coming out of the airport. There's plenty of places. There are trails there for walking.
Dude, you could. I mean, there's so much. There's so much. Like you can't even. It's hard to take in.
And a lot of that, it's hard to take in. Sink in like quicksand.
Well, okay. Well, you come from Alabama, and it's honestly like you see a house, trees, house. I mean, you'll see them close together in towns and stuff like that. But I mean, I live in the country.
It's an assault. Yeah, from that it is. It's just boom.
Whoa.
compact, industrial. By the airport is a lot of industry. She saw a jail, and that's a small county facility. And she was like, "Wait a minute, that's a jail? Like, it's not even a prison; it's a county jail. Here, it's a difference.
That'd be deadly.
Jail and prisons here are different."
Yo, God dang, man, we went by that one. It's huge. But anyway, yeah. So we love all of you so much. Yeah. Old Plumber. We was telling him to pull his pants up.
Really hole and open it.
Fix his plumbing.
You know, you just take the pliers and then pull them apart, and it does the X thing, like, like, that's how you do it. And you probably, someone like that, you probably need pliers just to grab it. You don't know. A needle.
I hope and pray.
A needle has pliers?
No. That everybody that listens to this, or even after Valentine's Day, I hope you had a really great one. I hope that you had somebody make you feel special. And to be honest with you, it was kind of hard leaving, just because he's home and it's Valentine's Day, but honestly, like, I really appreciate it, because it's been a long time since anybody's just cared about me as much as you do. And I really appreciate that. Other than trying to get in my, other than dudes trying to do nice things to get in my pants, was what I was trying to say.
Yeah, differentiate, because he started making, like, other than you trying to get that, like, you were
other than you trying to get in my pants, Jose. No, he's not.
That's our other hot nut challenge.
Yeah. Definitely not made me feel uncomfortable at all. But yeah, well, here's the thing too. Like, I was so super excited, not only just to be here and spend Valentine's Day,
Spanish stuff later,
but to spend Valentine's Day in New York. In New Jersey. I keep wanting to say New York. It is super close though.
Bev, at some point, talk to us, or talk to Jenny at least.
Yeah, I don't understand people that have such hateful hearts, but you know what? It's just out there.
But you know what? I can tell you, you gotta realize, I'm not making an excuse, but in some cases, it is unfortunately bringing whatever has happened to them has been that horrific. But
Karen, stop flipping your toilet lid. Good grief. Jesus, you're getting on Beverly's nerves. Go stick the computer to the wall and turn the volume up real loud. I'm going to come kicking your ass, Karen. Get your shit together. It's been a pun night for sure. For sure. So I really hope that all of you have a super awesome Valentine's Day, and I hope you feel special.
But remember, you know what? As Jenny and I have found out, look, we don't have the ones we love or want, we desire and stuff. But you don't always have to feel lonely or anything. We're enjoying each other's company. We're making the best. So we still have some. Love, sometimes we get so caught up in this relationship with the society's image of love. And we forget there's still human love, friendly love, there's compassion, there's different types of love. But the first thing you gotta do, no one's gonna be happy if you don't love themselves and start that way. Because it's always gonna be an unfilled void until we do. But once you get that, you know what? It makes things, you start feeling a lot more whole of yourself. And then when you have that person,
start being able to love yourself more. That's one thing that's kind of like with this whole Facebook thing and all these guys. It's like, you have not, you want to come and hit on me from just seeing my picture. You don't stop and go check out that I have a YouTube channel or a Twitter or Instagram or Facebook or Snapchat. I guess you're on Facebook, so yeah, but you don't, my whole entire life is pretty much on social media. Seriously. So if you wanted to know something about me, you could go watch my over 300 and something vlogs and pretty much figure out me,
none of these dudes even trying to play a game are making an effort to pretend.
Even the ones that should care the most don't. And that's okay. It's not for everybody. I'm not for everybody. I'm not trying to be for everybody,
One
but
piece of land far, far away. Well, if I win the lottery, I'll let you know too. I'm going to start a sort of Mormon
where are you
society.
at right now? I mean, you don't have to tell me like your exact location, but what state are you in? Where are you, darling? Where are you, my love?
Why not become a sort of like Mormon? Should I start that? Have a bunch of sister wives, and you all can have your own relationship.
Can you start over on that, Jose? I was not listening completely. Sorry. On the being there. Oh. As far as not feeling like you have to have if you don't have a relationship or love or whatever.
Look, even sometimes we're made to feel the loneliest, even in a relationship. So we don't always need a relationship for love. It sucks. We are lonely people sometimes, and everyone wants to feel, needed and all. But like Jenny and I, right now, we're enjoying Valentine's Day for the love of each other as friends and enjoying each other's company. And it still feels quite a bit. You don't have to, not you specifically, Beverly, but to whoever's listening, you don't have to be completely alone. Love comes in many forms. Society puts this picture of Valentine's Day and love in general is always running to the chapel getting married, but there's different levels, different types of love and stuff like that we're missing the point. But most of all, we gotta love ourselves. That means having righteous anger and standing up for ourselves and things like that and what's best for us. Because otherwise, we're trying to put a band-aid on something that runs deep, on a deep scar.
Or you go like
wound,
you go like me and you try to slap a relationship on something just because you're lonely, and then you end up hurting them and yourself and the kids and whoever's
and what
involved.
happens? That void gets bigger. It becomes a wound. No, you gotta heal yourself first from the inside.
I'll be honest with you. I think a lot of my problem is I set that bar. That person was not there for me to really, because I mean, to know somebody.
And then the other part was like, do you want to join a sort of commune?
Oh yeah.
If I hit the lottery, I'm having a sort of more
sort of Mormon.
Sort of Mormon.
Sort of
not
Mormon.
Quite Mormon, but sister wives. But y'all can be married too. That's fine. I just want.
See, but we already have the Wifey's Club. Mm-hmm.
But you have to go through quite an interview process to come in.
Which are my wives, and Jose is our pool boy.
Yeah.
And where's Chief at? Where is
he? He's just up in. He went off the. He went off the compound.
Because he was our you were the pool boy, and he was the.
No, he
originally. The suntan lotion was somebody's lotion boy.
Originally, he was the pool massage boy, lotion boy, and I was the landscaper. Now I gotta do. Now I'm doing double duty.
That's funny, hilarious. So anyway,
and I'm a janitor too.
Like I wanted to get on here and just explain the whole Facebook thing and really figure out what's going on because Facebook has tripped me out in the past 3 weeks. Like I just need to hate. The hate to stop. I've never experienced those things. I've had the last 12 years, and meeting people is one of the hardest things I tried to do to date. You're sorry for what? You're sorry for. Look.
If you're sorry about explaining what's going on, and no, this is what Jenny's about.
Thank you.
At the core of everything, this is what Jenny's about. This is what I'm about. I want to hear this. I want to know.
What did I say? What did I say? We both got so excited about going live tonight. Like I had it said, I'm like, I'm not doing no editing. I'm just gonna be lazy. We're not going live. We're just gonna chill. We're gonna hang out.
Bring this to your channel.
And then we were sitting here, and I looked at Jose, and I said, Jose, we are inspirational. And people think that we're inspirational. We should be inspirational. Let's go live. And so, that's God bringing us to you in your moment of need, because that's what I want. He's going to bring to me the people that need me or my words, not me. Attention, sorry.
To give the message.
Yes, thank you. I'm sorry.
To be the vessel for him.
Yes. So you're right where you should be. and I'm thankful for that.
So
No, well, I mean,
I'm going to tell you this: never
Breathe.
apologize about expressing in the moment you need to express, regardless of it. Especially something like that.
Well, guess what? It's my channel, so I can say what goes and what doesn't, and you're perfectly fine. So, on anybody who thinks differently, you see. I'm here for you always, and you can hit me up on Twitter or let's say Facebook.
But she'll get lost in those messages, why not? Unless she tags you in a
No, I pay really close attention to my Facebook. That's why I put on Facebook. See, I tried to
what's the page name?
I tried to nip it in the bud.
So people Jenny still doing it. Jenny the Fan.
Yeah, same as my YouTube. I tried to nip it all in the bud by stating that Messenger is for my family. And that backfired big time because a lot of people like my fams, my beautiful fams, were like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, am I bothering you?" I'm like, no, wait, no. This is for the 500 dudes that's hit me up. Literally today alone. I mean, at least 30.
She started at 363 or something when she got here.
That was.
And then, what number is up to now? Not including all the ones you passed or accepted.
632.
632.
It was just 624 minutes.
So almost 300 plus however many that she's accepted and stuff.
At least a couple hundred that I've accepted or deleted. Because if it's a fake, if I think it's a fake page, if I don't have 4 or more mutual friends,
but now your mutuals are going to be off because a lot of these people are mutuals. You see how that after a while that mutuals is going to always be active again.
If that's still a mutual,
but it's the same circle though, so those mutual numbers you may have to adjust. Same 4 mutuals. One guy will automatically, by the numbers game, have 4 mutuals quick, and he's still going under the radar.
If you don't need it. Let me tell you something. That's one thing about my channel too. I'm not going to tell you it is butterflies and roses all the time because it is not rainbows and unicorns all the daggum time. Life is hard, and I'm going to bring that to you because life is real. And I can't stand fake. I can't stand it. I can't stand. Don't sugarcoat crap. If you're hurting, tell me you're hurting. That way I know, man, they're hurting too. I'm going to be okay. Let's go help them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it brings a sense of awareness. That's what I've always loved about Omar. He's positive all the time. All the time. But at the same time, how many times have I gone and seen that man cry his heart out over a pet or just whatever, a situation that's went on or whatever. It's real, it's raw, it's emotional, it's life. And that's what my channel is about. I don't want to be fake. So look at here.
But here's the secret too. When you help someone else, you start realizing when you can relate to see someone else, in that moment that you're helping or you see someone else hurt, it can become almost a self-healing process too, because you're kind of connecting and it's a form of letting go. Even in that small moment, you're releasing a lot of that like, okay, there's a part of the weight. Or you're chipping away at that weight and it's like, okay.
We're sharing it. You're sharing that burden.
I'm releasing.
Yeah.
And then it grows and grows. Mm-hmm. So and you never, ever feel like it's a bother or whatever.
Well, it's a blessing on both ends because honestly, so many times I have said things to others and then 5 seconds later be like, my God, I don't know about them, but I needed to hear that.
Yeah.
I needed to hear that. I didn't know I knew that. I didn't know I felt that. But, it brings awareness. It brings a realness. So,
it becomes self.
Bring it to me.
So,
Bring it to me because that's what I'm asking you to do. I'm asking you to share your burdens. I'm asking you to share your life. Just like I want to share my burdens in my life. That's what we should be able to do as human beings is help each other. It's what you're supposed to do. Love thy neighbor, man. You don't have to like them, but I still want to do, I don't know. That didn't really come out right.
No. But here's the thing: you don't have to fully participate. You don't have to. But general human kindness is still very much needed. Where we're ignoring even general human kindness of a hello, or like she's also seen, figuring Jersey with the reputation in New York. She's seen quite a few people with the simple gesture. No, go ahead. Excuse me. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. I was ready to elbow him in the stomach, dude. Like he was like, oh, I thought you were talking about God.
No, some nice people too.
Yeah.
But she wasn't expecting.
Oh, the girl that I rode in on the plane with, she was so awesome. She was so sweet. She was taking pictures for me out the window and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, I miss getting to see New Jersey and New York coming in on the plane, and the sun was setting at the same time. So it was like the most beautiful sunset ever. But I missed it because I'm like three seats over, and I'm like,
Jenny's like crawling up.
I'm wanting to like look up at the people's window in front of me, and I'm actually looking at them like that's not going to work there at all, you know. And so she's like taking pictures for me. So see, that's what I need to do. I need to
therapize.
That's what I thought, but I didn't want to say it. Conquer fears and conquer my bad self-esteem.
Okay, I got another point.
See, I have to do that every day. I have to reiterate in myself, because I am my own worst enemy. Just like a minute ago, pointing out my own flaws. I didn't want to sit so close to the camera because of my gut. I mean, there's just stuff like that. Just like I am my own worst enemy, and it's easy to get down on yourself, and it's easy to, because that's what we're comfortable with. We're not comfortable with being.
So praising ourselves and being positive.
Yeah, because we've got into this habit of downing ourselves. We live in a society that if you're not a certain thing, or you're not up to this, you know. So I think that that's something that needs to be reiterated in all of us, damn near every day. You know, I mean, like for me, especially minute by minute sometimes. You know, because there's times where I'm just sitting there and I'm like, you're terrible. Nobody loves you. These people really don't love you. This they're here because of I mean, I can tell myself so many things, and then I'll be like, "Would you shut up? Just shut up." You know. I mean, it's all happening.
I can give you this piece of advice too. In that, this is one of the advice I had to learn, and that I'm practicing. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's a hard thing to do, to really look at yourself. And when I say look at your reflection, okay, I'm not talking about the physical. I'm talking about looking at yourself when it comes down to decisions you made, good or bad. Decisions you didn't make, good or bad. Mm-hmm. Stuff you just stood on the sideline for, good or bad. But all of it, and even from those that you, whatever, start forgiving. Not others, yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's easier to forgive others because we don't have to face ourselves. Forgive yourself of good, bad, and different decisions. Now, also, I can suspect from everything else, and we're in similar, we start hoarding. People like us, people who are good hearted yourself, but that have been beaten down one way or another, we start hoarding. What you got to do is start clearing out that junk. There's a way you can keep certain memories and certain things like the Rolodex or a USB card in your mind, but get rid of almost the physical, mental representations of these things. And you know what happens when we start forgetting, when we start taking that, we have room for what's waiting for us.
For the growth, for the beauty,
Even blessings that have been on hold, because the best way I could say is when you give a gift to a child, and we're children under God, sometimes we're not ready. Why? Because we haven't proven, even to ourselves, before God, that we're ready to receive such a gift.
That we're even worthy.
Yeah.
You're even worthy.
I would not give a $100,000 card to my 16-year-old kid that came and take care of like a cell phone. What am I going to put him behind some mechanical like that? He's not ready. He's not mature. He's not appreciative, and he's not taking care of himself. That proves our love of him. We have to do that by loving ourselves.
Or even so, there may be something something that's obscuring your view. Mm-hmm. This over here has got you so detained that you're not even going to notice this over here, wherever, you know. So
it is work, but it's out of all the fights and struggles we've gone through so far, it's a far better struggle because it leads to greater things.
But let me say this though, Beverly, because I sit here and I say these things, and just 2 or 3 days ago, my heart literally felt like it was ripping out of my chest, and it wasn't getting easier every day. It was getting worse every single day, and I couldn't breathe. I felt like I couldn't breathe. And yes, I've got to go on vacation, but I mean, It's hard. I'm almost trying to figure out the situation you're in just because human curiosity. I'm not a nosy person. I'm not going to ask you. That's your business. You can offer up whatever information you want to. You're more than allowed to. But I would never pry into your business any more than unless I feel like maybe I need to know. But I mean, just days, so stressed out and hurting and empty, and can be in a room full of people and feel completely alone. Have the best family around me, 2 children that love me, worship the ground I walk on,
And you can still
and
feel.
I can't even enjoy this blessing because I'm over here just in crippling pain, which it wasn't something that I can control, you know. And I'm kind of glad God moved things around enough where I could at least breathe while I was here. But I have no clue what direction my life is going in. I'm almost 40 years old. The man that I love, I'm really not for sure I'll ever even get or won't.
She's at kind of a crossroads of many things. She
Yeah, I
has a
mean,
sense of where she wants to be, but there's still a lot of picking and choosing of the
yeah,
roads.
because I mean, I don't know. There's been
Now,
anyway,
as far as yours, I think there's a lot more that should probably be spoken behind the scenes. That's my
yeah.
guess.
You don't have to. I
You don't
didn't
have to.
say all
Well,
that for you to
I have an
share. I'm just
idea a
saying.
little bit, but whether it's me or Jenny, this I think should be for your sake and whatever.
But
Would
if
be
not,
sense too.
you're
But
more
if you
than welcome.
comfortable, yeah.
I'm 52 years old and I've lost two very important people in my life. I'm not gotten therapy for. Nothing has been the same since. Okay, I've got a lot. Hey, look, I'm here. I didn't say that. Um, yeah, it just I think that all of us, and I say all of us, every living, breathing human right now is suffering in so many different ways, not just one. And even with people that have money and their bills are paid, which us poor people pray for. We
I, well, full zero debt, and that's
that's what
my
I
debt.
look to as would relieve all my problems. But there are people with pockets full of money that are miserable and alone or whatever. It doesn't. I don't know. It just seems like the whole entire world's going through so much, and I'm just saying you don't have to do it alone. You don't have to. You don't have to do it alone ever. Well, and that's something. Just sharing your story. It doesn't have to be, like I said, it doesn't have to be positive all the time. Being real and saying, like I've wanted to do a couple different vlogs. Like one of them just talking about being raped, being abused. Um, that's something that you don't get and you will never get. You can maybe comprehend a little bit, but unless you've been in that situation, you're not going to get it. You can have sympathy, but you're not going to have empathy. You know what I mean? And so sharing those things and those negative, not negative, yeah, it's completely negative. 'Cause, I mean, it's terrible. But at the same time, there might be somebody that's going through that situation right now. And we make enough excuses. Maybe I deserve that. Maybe I brought that on myself. Maybe I should have just said no louder or, I mean, there's so many different ways to convince ourselves that we deserve the bad that we're going through. And we don't. We weren't built and created to suffer. We were not. We weren't. That's why suffrage is so terrible. We can't comprehend it. We're constantly trying to figure out why. Why is there so much suffering? Why am I suffering so much? Because we're not meant to suffer. We're meant to be blessings to each other. And honestly, if people would kind of look inward and work on that self, within, it's going to start showing outwardly. And I feel like if every person in the world could just do that, it would just make things so much easier. It would just be. There's just so much brokenness and ugliness and evilness, and it's just terrible the things that people do and say, and I don't get it. I don't fathom it. But at the same time, I do, because I'm a drug addict. I always have been. I mean, since the time I started doing drugs. But, you know, there's so many times that I have done terrible, awful things. Terrible, terrible. I'm not going to blame it on, oh, it was my addiction, because it was me. No matter what pill or drink or smoke, whatever that I'm taking at that moment or was taken at that moment, I still personally made the conscious decision to hurt that person or create this situation or blah, 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 blah. I could not even imagine having to go back and apologize to every person I've ever hurt because it would take a long time. And a lot of people may not realize that about me or even think that. But the truth of the matter is I've hurt so many people. And I feel like the suffrage that I go through now, I can't complain about it. I won't complain about it. I may gripe about it. Is it the same thing? I may vent about it. I may not understand it at times. But then there's times where it hits me. It's like, okay, well, I've created so much havoc and chaos. This is just karma, You can't talk about karma unless you believe it coming back on you. Oh, he tried to get away with it, so I get it. It's also horrible. He's dead now, committed. You know what? So yeah, I mean, it just the ugliness and the things. And the thing about it is some people that have that ugliness in their heart, that bitterness in their heart, have gone through things like that, or things like that I'm talking about. And instead of conquering that and using that for the good of other people, we let us make us bitter. And I think there's some people that are we seem to think, oh man, we're just a terrible person. Wow. But I mean, we don't all deal with things the same way. We don't all look at the things the same way. It's so crazy how even like the Bible, you can read one verse and you let 10 people in a room read that one verse, and I promise you, if you could have them answer without the other ones hearing it, you would probably get something different from at least half of them, which I think is the beauty of it, because you may read it this year and get this out of it, and then you read it again and get something completely different. It comes to us when it's supposed to. But my dang neighbor is banging on her bathtub at what you need for wine. I can't make all this stuff up. It's insane. I get you. And that's one thing, Jace, my son, my stepson, my son, told me, you need to write a book with me. And I was like, well, you would never be able to read that book, son. If I wrote a book about my life and I was honest, you'll never be allowed to read it, ever. Ever. I'm not going to let you. So I'm a very honest person, so I not want him reading it. But anyway, you're not alone, okay? You're never alone. As long as I'm breathing, I'm here for you. You can hit me up on Messenger. I will answer it. I just don't answer dudes that start out with "Hey, beautiful," or "Hey," or even a wave, because I just don't. I'm taken. That's all I keep saying is I'm taken. So I went and changed my relationship status yet again. So now it just says it's complicated, because honestly, it's just complicated. But I'm not on the market. And Facebook is tripping me out. What are we gonna do as a friend request comes in? Like literally, since we've been sitting here, was it 6:38 now? It's like 6:32. It's just ridiculous. I'm super excited about it. I think, like I said, God's gonna bring along the right people at the right time. Okay, I love all of you. I'm gonna close out. Poison. Please make sure that you're following us on Facebook and here on YouTube on both channels, because we're going to be going live. He's going to be doing the Toe of Satan. We're both going to be doing the Death Nut Challenge. We're going into New York City. We're going to go see some of the, Times Square. Hopefully, some other really awesome places. And we got an ice storm coming. I may be doing a lot of editing. So, yeah, make sure that. No, you're good. I'm tired of them too. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get why. I don't get it. And I said tonight, I don't understand why these men choose these terrible women for them and choose to just fall in love with them. I'm not saying the ones that don't deserve them, but yeah, you know, you choose to stay with somebody that would rather be strung out and make your life havoc instead of building you up like the man that you're supposed to be. But it took a very long time for me to realize that. It took a long, no, honestly, I've always been that person that I will try to build a man up. Unless you give me a reason not to, I'll tear you down. I'm just saying. I'll build you up and tear you down. Whichever I need to do. Just let me know. But, I mean, I think that that's one thing that should just be hammered into women that are into men, or even just your partner, whatever. The person that you're with, that you love, the person, your roommate. Build the people up around you. Build them up. Because in doing that, you're creating positivity for others that are going to come in contact with them, which may in turn, la 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 la, you know, pay it forward, butterfly effect, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just crazy. It's crazy up there right now. It's just crazy. Huh? But well, cray cray, a lot of cray cray. It's a lot of cray cray. It ain't good. It's a lot of cray cray. A lot of cray cray. I'm trying to stay a positive, loving person. And see, today it's all, you know, I can be positive and give advice, and I cannot take my own advice. I can tell you all day long.
I'm learning that too. Practice whatever.
Yeah, I can tell you all day long. That's things that can help you through life all day, but you let me need to listen to that advice, and I'm like, maybe not. Maybe not today. Maybe tomorrow. I mean, hey, hello, hi, hey. You said a mouthful there. I always do. That's what he said.
No, she's down here though. Don't worry about the cameras. Just keep going. I just need the actual line.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Hey, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy V-Day.
2021. Yeah. Yeah.
You don't feel like
Did she ever say where she was from? Did you ever say where she was from? Beverly. I think so. Well, and the reason we keep looking up is because my computer screen is trash. You can't see anything. So the screen that we're looking at is up there.
On the TV.
Yeah. It's up there. Ditto. I have no freaking clue to what I'm doing either. People around me last Saturday put me on crazy dream. I'm not a crazy dream. I'm just royally bothered. For some reason, it reminded me of Mama. I'm royally bothered. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you or anything you said. This reminds me of my mama. She's so funny. She seems royally bothered. It's a good one. I like that.
And lots of that comes with royal pains in the butt.
Yeah. So. And that's the thing too. I may have an idea today of what I want to do in my life. Like this morning, my outlook on just love, okay, was a little bit different than it was from tonight. I mean, and that's just, I changed like the wind though. I mean, I love that man and that song and that movie. He was amazing. That was my first love. Y'all have to know who sings that song, right? Patrick Swayze. Yeah. So yeah, I'm like the wind. Like I said, but isn't everybody though? Because the situations that you go through, just a conversation, one sentence can change your whole outlook in life. And you have 1,000 conversations in a day. So if you really think about it, I mean,
even though just conversations, one little exchange, right? Walmart, they took some lady with a gold phone to just trigger that moment of like, you really try to cut and like.
Well, I'm gonna be
Push me
honest. It
out,
started
like-
out at Five Below with Texas that I was getting and not getting the answers that I was wanting to hear. You know, it's sure. And then we got over there and it's like, whoa, hold up now. I'm gonna have to elbow somebody. What happened to Jenny? She went to New Jersey. She elbowed some woman in Walmart, man, for calling Jose an asshole. I was like, oh, I know she ain't talking about him. I know she ain't talking about you. She's gonna be girl. She'll be my ass. I want to know exactly what I want to do is getting the financial issues done. Just prayer, because that's where I'm at too, man. It is. I literally was detailing, have been, and will when I get home happily detailing cars for $30, and it's like about $150 job. I mean, if it's bad, but I get in there and completely do it from top to bottom. Except for the roof, it's not all of it. So financial sucks right now, in my opinion. It sucks in my life.
Around for a lot of people too.
Yeah. And I'm hoping that we can get my taxing situation so I can get this next stimulus, because I haven't received any of the stimuluses because my mom, dang, I heard that. My mom claimed me the past couple of years. And so even though I'm a dependent, I'm too old to get the child dependent stimulus. So I gotta get that done so I can personally get it.
That's my bad.
Oh my Lord, is that my mother? Oh, my baby. Sad, people sad. I'm so excited about being in New Jersey. Oh, baby, I'm excited. I didn't want to get up this morning. Jose tried to wake me up at 8. I don't never.
But tomorrow's a sleeping day for sure. So. I mean, I won't let it go till like 4 p.m. or nothing like that.
But he knew I wanted to get up early though because we were gonna go out or whatever. And so I didn't want to get up, so he let me sleep like 10, and he tried to wake me up again.
And you got other stuff at least.
I was like, dude, I don't want to wake up right now. And then I laid there for a little bit.
It started off 8 o'clock.
I don't want to get up.
10, so I was like, it's 10, okay.
Well, then all of a sudden it hits me. I'm like, you're in New Jersey. Get up. You're not in Alabama right now. Get up. So, but it's been pretty awesome. It's been, like I said, it's kind of hard leaving mom with the responsibilities of everything and Valentine's Day and just everything. But yeah, because the last month, I'm not even gonna lie, this last 2 months have been 3. We'll even go 3. The last year, the last dadgum year. Let's just be honest, okay? Since COVID hit, it has been just redonkulous.
Yeah. But you needed the break, and you need so you can have clarity. Enjoy yourself, and that's what it is.
Also,
you experience it for you.
I think during this, and it's not just me, because there's so many women, especially women in the household, that have turned from either being out making their own money or even just being a regular stay-at-home mom. Mm-hmm. Now you're a teacher and you're there with the children 24/7. You know, mm-hmm. You don't really want to go anywhere because you're scared of everything and everywhere you go. So, I mean, it's just been, hey, Leanne, it's just been crazy. And so, like, being able to take myself out of it, because there's some days you feel like a maid. I feel like a maid. Okay, I'm just everybody's maid around here. It's okay.
Well, but, around there, not here.
Yeah. But to be able to pull myself out of that, because if I don't have a child at me, looking at me, wanting something, I have a 4-legged child. Please don't, because I swear that's what my day consists of all day long. I'm not even joking. I'm not. Because if it ain't River, it's
I
Hunter.
do it like a kid.
If it ain't Hunter, it's River or
I'm not
Coco.
looking at you.
He's not touching me.
Yeah.
But I think that this year, of course, it's been one of the hardest years on everybody.
My opinion on this year, it gave us
a lot of
insight. But here's the thing.
A lot of insight.
Whether it's religiously or life, you go by life universe, it gave us a slap in the face and put us in a big check in like her further time. But for us, it made us do one or two things. Find ourselves really or become really lost.
Yeah.
It's one of those. But it also revealed a lot of people's true nature and stuff. So there is mixed blessing. A lot of people didn't realize how fake or how much abusers they are and they just want to suck the life out of you, finally came out in the open without having to search for them. A lot of them voluntarily, by their own actions, outed themselves. So that saved. The blessing is that saved us the trouble of finding out further down a relationship or road that ends up being more toxic or, revolting. And so the ugliness of people that are really acting like that, they put themselves out in the open. So I try to take the positive. Well, you know what? Now that's a bunch of people. I don't have to look for it and find out the hard way. I can just still be me and say, nope, I'm done. This group, these people, for whatever reasons, I don't have to deal with. Now I know the true nature. I'll pray for them, but I'm not gonna. That's not time wasted on them.
But I mean, and even this year, you took a good break from everything for a while.
Once my mom passed, I had to take that break. But that was
yes, and I'm glad that's what I'm saying. I'm glad that you did, because instead of getting lost, which I was worried about, because I did. There was times where like I'd go a week or so and hadn't talked to you. Like, man, I'm a terrible friend, And it's just like you see it.
But that's the reverse of it. You see what I'm saying?
Like, you feel like you're a terrible friend, and I feel like I'm just because I haven't reached out, But in having 2 kids, which honestly I had 5 kids most of all year, 5 kids, 3 dogs, a cat, a man, mama, a house to run, 2 YouTube channels, which one I wasn't active but worry about and think about, stress about or whatever, and then all social media, and I'm that person. I comment on every comment, or try to at least, unless I'm just at a loss for words and just keep going, or I'm in a hurry. Don't think if you don't get a comment that I'm at a loss for words, because it might be just because I'm in a hurry and can't really comment at the moment. There's kind of a lot going on. Ask him. It's hard for me to stop and have time even for myself, because if I'm constantly keeping up with this right here, that's all I do. That's all I do. It's all I would do if I didn't. It's pretty much all I do.
I don't like the phone.
I love it.
The phone itself. She's on it now. On the live. Get off your phone. You're doing it live.
No, I'm just going to take it. See?
Yeah. Okay.
6:41.
Close it. You're on the live now.
My channel, my phone.
Yeah, but I'm keeping you where you need to be. Focused.
So anyway, it's been hard to really put into focus who we are. I think you lose yourself in that. You start giving of yourself so much to the people in the household and trying to be a good mother, teacher, maid, mentor. What? Community Lounge. We have a joint.
We have it, a long time. We got to maybe part of this too. Some joint.
Yeah, we should.
But even if it's a vlog, part of the vlogs here and there.
We go live on the community channel and do our Death Note channel.
Maybe that's what we do.
And I could vlog it from my channel. You can vlog it from your channel if you wanted to. You go live on Community Lounge and do it there.
And still have behind the scenes.
Yeah, and then still be able to vlog it. Yeah.
The prep work. Because we're going to have to make sure we have stuff on standby ready to go in case for whoever taps out water, milk, or something. And what goes into a Death Note challenge? Praying.
Yeah, a lot of praying, a lot of pain.
At least I have all that toilet
paper. I'm living in apparent anyway. That's where like I, especially these last couple of months, it's been hard to focus because the person that I love was coming home. I haven't seen in a long time, but it didn't turn out like I wanted it. And so, like, instead of I have two children that really just want to be there, I'm completely absorbed in stuck on this one situation to the point where I felt like I was neglecting my home, but in that helps me to realize the blessings that my children are and the blessings that my family is. But also, I just needed to pull myself out of that situation. That's one reason why I was so gung ho about this trip. Not just, of course, getting to meet you and being here and getting to see Jersey and New York and just the experience of it all. But to be able to pull myself out of the situation I was in because I was ready, I felt like I was drowning. I couldn't breathe. I'm OCD and I'm germophobic. I live in a house with 5 people and 3 dogs and 1 cat. Let somebody not wash a dish or something, and I'm like this around the house, and you can't clean it because it's too much. It's just too much. I can't physically keep up with it because my body, when I allow me, I broke down. I broke my body down, and so it just gets to a point where I feel like I felt like stroke level off and on for the past year. It's been so to be able to pull myself out of that has been a blessing. I'm confused on loving them and apparently enabling them. What's the difference? It's a real thin line. It's a really thin line because the people that we love, we want to make them happy. Mm-hmm. And sometimes in making them happy is not, baby. Sometimes we need to just piss them off.
Mm-hmm. But also, that's some a little more critical thinking and viewing, even for ourselves. What are we enabling ourselves for? You can love someone, and sometimes you get into things and you do things, but that are detrimental in the grand scheme of things. That's enabling. When you kind of contributing factor, and sometimes not stepping up, whether it's fears or things like that. And even sometimes it means temporarily. I'm not saying it has to be permanent, but sometimes you gotta kind of cut people at the door. And talk to them from the street. Hey, we'll sit on the stoop, but that's as far as it goes now. There are boundary settings. You can love, but sometimes it's hard. But realistically, there has to be boundaries set for certain things, even behaviors and stuff, and all.
Well, and
you can be forgiving. You can do that, but there is a part in that love that you gotta.
That line is that it's a thin line. It really is because just like we'll go down to 5-Year-Old River, and and I noticed that a lot of times today it's easier just to give her a phone or give in to what it is she's wanting, just so she'll leave me alone. Yeah. I love her with all my soul. But when you have somebody,
and you're right. Sometimes you are blindsided by everything or anything.
Oh yeah,
positive, negative.
Yeah, that goes back to changing like the wind.
Yeah, indifference is even can be detrimental, whether it's on our part or someone else's part, because either A, you're kind of allowing it, or B, someone else is causing it, but it still causes a conflict in some way, whether it's directly at them or from them, or to ourselves. That's another thin line. Indifference, though, that's why I was saying a lot of self-reflection is not easy. Looking at yourself is not easy. But
it comes. It doesn't come at all at one time either. No. You're just gonna get little pieces of yourself that you notice, like something will happen, like, oh my God, did I just say that or feel that or whatever? And you're like, oh, okay, I see this in myself now. Let me work on that, and then we'll go 2 weeks and 2 months down the road, and then see something else. Which a lot of people, like you said, it's hard. It's hard to look at yourself.
But the one thing I'm learning is, all the years that I put and owned up to what I allowed, disallowed, and every decision and stuff like that, but that had negative outcomes, I had to take ownership.
Yeah.
Then I had to forgive myself. But then I had to make a conscious effort well, I don't want to be there again, so let me not one repeat the same mistake because that's even as society we repeat the same mistakes, but each time it gets worse.
I literally just posted
You know,
the definition of insanity is trying to repeat the same thing. Okay.
yeah. So it's that, but I'll tell you this: I'm 45. Okay, I'm not going to count early childhood, but from memories and things I've experienced, let's say 40 of those years, a lot of negatives that I allowed to affect me for most of my life. Then I had to realize, wait, that's on me. My reaction, how I dealt with it, how I did. And I had to take some hard ass look that I had some deep dark shit in myself, whether I allowed or situations I allowed to control me. See, I allowed things to rule my life. Yeah. I had great fears. I still have insecurities and stuff, but it's getting much better.
Well, dude.
The time span of 40 years to the amount of improvements I'm seeing in my struggle that's needed to improve is far less. So when I do in a logical mind, well, for me to really start achieving things over compared to 40 years, the time span is different. It's 40 years worth of shit I can barely hold. But the time span I'm seeing improvements, I don't think I'm going to need another 40 years for it. It's much shorter. Yeah. So which struggle do I want? The easier struggle, but that's going to be more rewarding.
Yeah.
It's one of those times that it's not a shortcut. You're doing it right the first time. But now it's not a first time. You're doing it for the first time, but you're getting another chance.
You're making the right move for the first time.
Yeah. You know, but the hardest part, and I like Jenny, I won't sugarcoat, is fucking facing yourself in the mirror. But in one of my things I did, am I in for bad luck? I broke a mirror. Am I for bad luck? And that was the best analogy because the mirror, like my old mirror, around the same time, had to be replaced. It was falling apart since I lived here, you know, kind of thing. And we go. The light bulbs wouldn't work. They'd blow out left and right. So, you know, I think symbolically, but physically in that representation, I broke a mirror. Why? I was done with the reflection I would see every day that I allowed to. But when I broke that mirror, a new one came out. Whole better lighting. That's the enlightenment. You start seeing yourself. Now learn another thing. You can have righteous anger when someone's attacking. Righteous anger, meaning you're not there to be malicious in return. You're not looking to. You're not hunting them out. But you have a right to be pissed when someone's coming at you, when someone's treating you wrong, and it doesn't change you as a person. Because that was my biggest thing. I'd be afraid of hurting my offenders' feelings. My reputation will look bad because I stood up for myself. And that makes odd sense. I was so worried about that, and I said, what am I doing? I'm still allowing that control over my life.
Yeah.
I said, no. If someone's out doing me dirty, I don't have to be mean by it, cut them off. Now, if you come and ask someone I care about, well, fuck you. I don't give a shit about your feelings. I would even hide that for a long time because I was so broken to myself.
I got to quit cussing on my channel.
But you know what? You have righteous anger in those moments to defend even
Jesus
yourself.
got angry. Jesus got angry.
Exactly. But that was righteous. And that's where I was going to go. That's righteous anger.
Yeah.
That's righteous anger. He wasn't out now on the
It's on how you wear it. It's on how you wear it.
Yeah, Jesus didn't go out and slaughter them like that. No.
Right.
But he got pissed, turned over the tables, and said, what the hell are you doing? In my place. Well, guess what? You are your own temple. So when someone invades and does that, what are you doing to my space? Even sometimes, and it's hard, you got to come at that with people you know, your family.
But usually family's the ones that you got to.
But it's okay to have those moments.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
I know.
Those are the enlightening moments. Straight up. All right? So, no, everyone, no. You can still be a great, calm person and not betray that by standing up for yourself, by saying no, like I'm not someone, you know, to be walked on. And it's still okay.
I think my problem is is I'm not timid because that's not the right word for it. I can be. I'm very sensitive and I am timid to a point. I'm very fragile to a point. I'm also very vicious to a point. So I think for me, we get in these situations where we love this person so much. And I don't mean like a relationship with a man. I'm just saying a relationship, okay? We love this person so much that we allow them to treat us like shit. So they'll be around. So they'll stay around. Like for me, I'm scared to say how I really feel because if I say what I really feel right now, you're going to be mad as hell and we ain't going to be talking tomorrow. And so instead of saying what I really feel or how I feel or really being that, well, I'll tell you what, the kind of person I really want to be, which I would probably be face to face. That's one thing about text and talk. When you're talking to somebody face to face and you're seeing their emotions behind their words, it's just different. So I think that for me, I've got to be able to find that even keel of not coming off as a complete and telling you exactly what my first impulse would do, because your first impulse is probably not the best. I'm going to be honest. Because it's going to be acting out of anger or hurt, which hurt stems from anger. Or anger stems from hurt.
Come to a point of logic, but getting it out there.
But at the same time,
fully expressing.
We may have to go through this for 6 months to 6 years to 60 years before we realize, and sticking around and allowing this person to treat me like crap. And in that, that person's got to lose respect for me because I'm not making them respect me or something. Does that make sense?
And that's why I said that the struggle that you still encounter of, one, getting out of your safe place. Even through tragedy, we find safe places. My safety place was running and hiding. So for me, I was in a box.
Deflection.
Okay, deflect. And I thought me giving advice, helping other people will make me feel good. The same as we look for relationships all the time. Whether it's, there are a lot of us on the dating sense, we think that's our band-aid, but you know what? It never heals. It's a band-aid, but it doesn't heal internally. But I'm now on a journey where I'm learning to heal internally. But I gotta go, hey, I could have, I allowed this person to come up and cut me. Whether it was verbally, emotionally, mentally, and I'm still allowing that wound to fester.
But it's almost like you have to hit that rock bottom. You know how you have basically, like even in addiction, you have to hit that rock bottom before.
But the best part is start chipping away before you hit rock bottom. But here's another thing for rock bottom. Sometimes we think we fall in a pit that's just straight up and down, a dirt pit, okay? Think of it like if you were hitting, someone threw you in a dirt hole. Even a concrete. Where's the first thing? How are we getting out? Where's the first thought? How should we get out of that hole? Most people think the same thing. We fall in a vertical pit. We need to climb straight up. Here's something else. It's a struggle. But if you know you can't make it straight up that climb out of that hole straight, you create a new way. How? You got dirt walls, you got dirt. You chip at the side at an angle, create little steps to get out of that hole. Instead of straight up, you're digging at an angle. But you know what you're doing with all that dirt? You got to put it somewhere. You're backfilling under your feet. So it's lifting you to the next plateau. It's a struggle, but guess what? At the end of it, you're like, oh, I'm looking at this differently. I know I can get out this way.
So there's so much beauty. There's so much beauty in all of this. It's so confusing in all of it. But if it's across it and you're like...
And you start realizing the perspective. And part of the perspective is we change our perspective of ourselves.
How we look
at things. How we approach it. Even if it sounds scary.
Changes every 5 minutes for me, though. I mean, that's like for somebody like me that can change. Like, I want to be the inspirational blogger that I claim to be, and I try to be. But at the same time, there's a billion times a day where I'm probably the most negative person I know, and it changes with situations and things.
I had to come face to face with my dog. And I had to learn, you know what? Not let some of the fears grip me. And in a sense, in order to see the light, there's that saying. You sometimes got to go through the dark in order to see the light. And there's many versions of that. Sometimes you have to accept you've been through some shit, you've experienced shit, but what am I going to do with it?
Yeah.
You turn the shit that you've been through, whether it's through someone else's or your own, all that, and you turn it into compost. You start composting it, and it becomes wisdom, which becomes a nutrient for the future. We have to convert ourselves into farmers. That's the best analogy I can give. The shit that
Yeehaw.
comes at you or that you pile on, stop looking at it as shit. Because
Look at
for
it. It's
your
fertilizer. That is intelligent.
for your garden of life, we are our own gardens.
Stop.
What do? You extract the nutrients, the positive, the things, the lessons. A farmer isn't a great farmer until he does it.
Right.
And he's going to make mistakes. And
Right.
seasons change.
Yeah.
You have to adapt and be ready.
Yeah.
Well, we've been through enough shit. We're ready.
Right.
We just got to go, okay, let me extract the wisdom out of this stinky pile of shit. And you know what? When we take that wisdom, that love, that caring, everything we have, what does fertilizer do to crops, to flowers?
Yeah.
It adds nutrients. That's knowledge. That's wisdom. That's experience. And you know what happens? Eventually, your fields that you've been handing out is no longer balanced. You start now have overflowing. You can't store no more of this positivity from within. It's much more fulfilling because you can now be in a spot. Wow, I can really give and not feel like I'm still struggling.
Yeah.
I can give because I have a bounty. But when you're giving, someone's going to go, hey, how'd you get the crops like that? I need to know. You planted a seed.
Mm-hmm.
And part of that is we can preach. I can tell you how to plant, but if I'm not showing the same thing, I'm not representing and practicing what I preach, how trustworthy is that?
Yeah, but that's the same thing like
But
with me saying
it's
I'm
true.
an inspirational vlogger, but I'm not always inspirational.
No, but there's different forms of inspiration.
Yeah.
Sharing your story can inspire someone to find
But
their
it's
voice.
also your perspective.
Yeah.
There you go with that perspective again. That's like it's crazy. It's like it's
And
almost
that's where the
redundant. It's
work-
almost like this.
Yeah, but
this
it's not
full length of
redundant.
not
as
redundant, but
repetitive.
yeah,
and
maybe
circular,
something like
yeah.
it's circular. There you go. Is what I'm looking
But
for.
once we change some of that perspective into the right way and start extracting wisdom, even from the shitty day, we start realizing we're gaining even that. And we start enacting on it, owning what we have, finding peace overall with it. So I don't take shit, but you can find peace in some ways.
Yeah.
It does change for a better struggle that gets easier. My mom, she passed without answering certain questions that she, to her deathbed, denied and lied about, and I finally got answers from her. Now, what am I going to do? Yell at her? Stay depressed? She's dead. I can't do nothing. So I had to find peace and make peace, not just with her, at the same time myself,
Yeah.
and just let it go. If it's unanswered questions, then it is. But I know where it stands. I know what it is. So I'm not going to let it manifest.
So
Dealing with things.
in saying that too, I mean, like with me, I know that how like I've tried to give that situation over to God, and I have to do it 1,000 times a day because I'll forget. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm trying to worry about this right now. Not worry about it, but you know what I mean. Have faith. Have faith that it's going to work out.
We got to enact on that.
But
we have our part.
In Beverly, just remember, okay, the situation that you're in. You've been in it for 12 years, and you feel like you're stuck or whatever the situation is. Just remember how quick. This is what my life has taught me by not being married or having kids and being in a long relationship. My life has changed in the blink of an eye like that so many times. And failed relationships and people that I love that didn't work out, no matter how much pain I went through to get through that, those things needed to be moved out of my life. Like we were talking about earlier for the blessings, sometimes this has to be moved out of my life so that way I can focus on this or even have room in my life to enjoy this blessing and get the full effect. So don't feel like you're stuck. Don't ever feel like you're stuck because you're not. Right now, you're in that situation because that's where you're supposed to be. There's something you're supposed to learn. There's somebody you're supposed to help. You may change one of those people's lives just by one sentence, by whatever. You may change your own life by being able to stand up to these people and say, I'm done. This is it. This is the way it's going to be from here on out, or I'm out. I can go get my own place. I can do that all on my own. Because it can change, and you can do that. You have that power to change your entire life with one decision. One decision. I mean, right now I can make.
There's so many analogies of like
yeah,
step, and
yeah.
sometimes we do. I'll tell you this: I had a lot of fear. Right now, if there was the only,
I feel the same way, Beverly.
I would even
Same
have Jenny up here because of my old fears and insecurities. But you know what? I lived a life, and I'm going to say, it, F it, why bother? Because I always felt like the world's going to be set, this and that. But then I realized in one of my worst moments that I had those things wrong. I wasn't, the perspective wasn't there. But then I realized, you know what? Even some of my bad had led me to these moments. Those flip of the switches that, like, well, if I hadn't gone through that, I don't think I would have realized certain things, certain people, certain situations. That, and then I started realizing, you know what? A lot of these repetitive situations or results were me repeating. I had to go, then you know what? I can't do that. Allow. I have to take the risk because I couldn't. Where else worse am I going to go than one of my worst ones? And you know what? It is sometimes taking time, but if we start realizing sooner, you don't always have to necessarily get to the bottom. We're deep in the hole, but we don't always have to get to the bottom. You can kind of see it coming and go, okay, like a Ken in a cartoon, I'm putting out my claws to the wall.
Or even just knowing that I'm gonna be okay because I know that I'm gonna make it through the situation because I'm not stuck here.
And
I'm not
that's
stuck
where the
in
self positivity that look, I've been through this shit. I've been through this. I've been through that. And I'm still going for a fucking reason. I'm just missing something. And that's where we start. When we start stripping ourselves away, sometimes we see what we didn't see. What we've been missing in ourselves. Our things. Ownership.
Or things we need to work on.
Yeah.
Things we need to work on.
But the working on things isn't as bad as the shit we already gone through. That's what I'm saying. And stuff. But in lots of cases, I will say this: when we start stripping away and we start forgiving and taking ownership of certain things, it's a lot easier to get through than the shit we put ourselves through in a lot and done. Because we start realizing little key things, the little things, and the positive. But you know what happens? We see it as one little piece, two little pieces, separate pieces. But eventually, the weight of those little positives start getting heavier, and they all fall together, and they start melting into a bigger ball. And it's like that, and it will happen. It's always work. It's always work.
And I think that the people that get stuck in these certain people that that just can be terrible, moody, awful people, instead of finding that self-work and taking a daily inventory of yourself, they just are anyway. I don't know. There's no self-work there, obviously. And K-Dog, I love you. If I think that that's amazing. I hate that you're stuck in St. Louis, though. I wish there was something I can do.
But Beverly,
I feel the same way.
It's it's going to take work.
It's not just overnight. And it's not just you, and it's not just me. No. The whole world is feeling the same way. Well, I was in kids ministry doing 3 services every single Sunday, dedicated. Had even and this was big for me. Had walked away from men. Hadn't been with a man in over a year, which is, I'm gonna say, huge for me to say the least. Which it made it a lot easier. The person I was in love with was in prison. But I don't know. I started theology, and as soon as I did, I started theology, and as soon as I did, we started seeing shadows. We started having so much activity that just, I felt like, when I get home, I felt drained and oppressed, and just knew that there was something there, causing that. So I feel the same way, and I think it's just the burden and the weight of the stress that we're going through. I mean, good grief. It's just ridiculous. It's hard to breathe every day. And the second you feel like you can take a breath and I can breathe for a second, it's like, whoa, something else. And whoa, something else. The truck broke down and this is happening. And oh my gosh, haven't you heard? And it's just on and on. It's never ending. But those clarity moments, those in rehab, it was the moments of clarity. And that's the way I look at it still. Those moments where you're not tainting yourself, the world's not tainting your thoughts, you're not tainting your thoughts. And you can actually sit back and look at these situations for what they really are. Be able to remove yourself, because it's hard to evaluate a situation when you're in it, because you're going to be biased. You're going to, love is blind, and that's in all aspects of all relationships. So I think it's good to pull yourself, even it doesn't matter what situation you're in, pull yourself out of those situations at least at some point, and be able to sit back and say, wait a minute, wait, is this what I really want? This is what I wanted out of this trip, is to sit back and say, is this what I really want? Is that what I really want? Is that how I want to be treated? Is that how I want this relationship to work? Is that how I want my home relationship to work? My children, to be able to sit back and say, is this what I really want? Is this the person I want to be? Is this what I want to be doing for the rest of my life? Is this blah, 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 blah? And besides my children, my mother and my dogs, that's all included. That's a package that's together. The situation that I was in is not what I wanted. It's not the life that I wanted. I knew that I was unhappy with where I was at. So I had to remove myself from that situation. And I did it in a way that was probably pretty hurtful. I did it a month before Christmas. Terrible of me. But I knew that the relationship that I was in, it wasn't where I was supposed to be. And as much as it might have hurt everybody around me and even myself, it caused chaos. It did. But at the same time, I knew that I was miserable, and that if I didn't change where I was headed and where I was going, I was turning into a machine. I was turning into this person that I didn't know, becoming just completely enraged about small things that shouldn't, I don't know. It's just, I think, being able to take ourselves out of those situations and being able to look at them from a perspective, change your perspective on it a little bit.
Let's put it this way.
Look at it all these different ways. Take that situation that you're in, that pain, those mean people, whatever's happening, take yourself out of it. Really try. It's hard to, like I said, it's hard to because you get biased, but take yourself out of that situation and look at it from every angle. Inspect it. I'm over analytical as crap, and I don't care, because most of the time there's a reason.
It's calling you to think. There's a reason you think. But remember this: all decisions start with a step. Good, bad, or indifferent. Big or small, you have to make a step.
You two are helping me so much. Oh, dude, we love you, bro. Love you, man. My mom passed, my sister passed, all over the place. And that's it's every second. It's something, that we pick it up, we put it down, it gets knocked out of our hand or blow it out of our hand like that. Because I'm sorry about your mom. I'm sorry about your sister. I wish there were words that could help heal that pain, but there's just not. I'm here for you and I love you. And if we need to talk, I'm here, and that's what I can offer.
Well, I can get some with my mom and stuff. I thought my mom would be the hardest hit, but it wasn't. It brought me the most peace.
There you go. I just got an update on the bus to Kansas City. LOL, just got here. Happy I am. Right on. 5 minutes ago, you were stuck, and I was terrified. I was worried. There you go.
Congrats, brother.
You change your perspective too. I know that didn't have anything to do with you getting that bus, but
now it changes.
Yeah.
Situations change. But even if it was negative, guess what? You were here. You were here as a distraction. So there's a reason. Extract the positive. Don't look at it, the worst case scenario. Say, what is the best case scenario out of a worst case? It's decision. It's perspective. It's a lot. It's work. But when you take the better perspective of things and start applying it as best as you can, even in small steps, it's a better struggle. And then it becomes, you know what? You become a happy farmer that after a while, yeah, the first time you shovel shit and go through it, you're like, this stuff stinks, isn't it? But when you start seeing what the positives are out of it and how you can apply it, like compost, like fertilizer, when you first see that farm start to grow and you're like, oh my God, it is bigger. There's more of it. What happens? You're like, well, this is working. It took some work, but it's working.
Right.
I'm on that then. Like, shit, this is a different outcome than helping me. And then I'm going to take that formula. Well, if it worked this way, how can I apply it to this situation?
Right.
It becomes a
Well, you
snowball
also get
in
a
different way,
confidence. You also get a confidence in
And
yourself
that's
of,
why
okay,
we
I'm
have
not
to
such a screw
self-look.
up.
Yeah.
I
But we have to
can
take that
make better.
introspect of like, you know what? I did do this. I didn't do this.
Right.
But it's all right because sometimes it leads bigger and better.
Love you,
things
K
than I
Dog.
realize. Right here, everything you've gone through and stuff. Where are you now, Dad? You have two people here that want to talk and hear you and stuff. So isn't that better? In some way, even over the thing you may not see it. But there's a moment. So what's the positivity out of it? You're getting to share, you're getting to bet, you're getting to hear from the other side too, that it's not just you
It's a
going through
different
stuff.
perspective looking at it.
The perspective changes. Now what you do is you take everything out of it. Just, you know, people say, oh,
You could be living in your own apartment next week and be,
you know, you
everything.
take that perspective now of like, well, I got this benefit, or I can make this a benefit out of this situation, and what can I do then to shift that type of reaction to whatever I do or whatever comes at me, even as a memory. See, I lost 36 people in my life, 36. Okay, and one of them, not even my mother, almost put me in the ground by my deceased, which would have been the worst case. I was loved. I felt like I was the shittiest father in the world because I was all kinds of things. I mean, that was playing on me. But it took the passing of my uncle, where years I didn't cry for no one, and I thought I am finally broke because I can't cry. I'm hurting, but I couldn't even. My eyes were watered for a sec, literally like 2 seconds, but no tears fell. I said, I'm finally broke. That am I so numb and broken? Like, but all that came out. Like once it came out, the light started coming. A lot of it, I realized I was holding on to the wrong thing. I was holding on to missing the person in these people physically, but I wasn't celebrating why I missed them.
Right.
Because
How
I
good of a
love
person.
them.
That's what I've done with my Aunt Debbie. It's been
I
like,
love them so much.
don't
I
have her, I
miss
don't
them.
have her. It's bad.
But
It's bad.
why
She's
do I
dead.
miss them?
Right. And so
I love
she's
them.
so beautiful.
So
amazing.
that spun me into, you know what? I'm not
Perspective again.
worried. The perspective
It
was
just keeps coming back.
perspective. Yeah,
It
the
does.
perspective
Everything
was
we talk about.
my perspective is they were gone in the physical,
Right.
but their memory was already living on in how I missed them and loved them, and their spirit, in essence, was living on in them.
And you're not
So
doing
what can
them
I
any
do?
justice.
No,
You're not doing them any
because
justice.
these are the
Yeah.
same people that will look at me at my worst moment and go, "What the fuck is wrong with you? What are you doing?" So I think of that even in spirit. If they are fully free to feel that now, I don't want them being upset in their time of peace and stress. So what do? I got to live my life good enough for
To
me
the best of your ability.
and be positive for me because they're gonna be worried for me. I don't want them. Shit, they're in heaven, but
To
they're gonna
honor
look
them.
down, going blah blah blah. But what? They gave me love. These are people that meant something to me. So that's
Well,
part
that's
of
just.
love.
I think that's where you got
And
to
that's
crawl
where
back
we
up
honor.
in there.
Yeah, we honor.
When you get to, because it's that bottom, that
Yeah.
that bottom, you got to hit that line.
Yeah.
To where, okay, maybe I should deal with this, and then you have to crawl off in there, and instead of finding the negatives of that person being gone, or this and that, in that you start finding that person and who they were.
And why? And yeah, it's the perspective section. But then guess what? Sometimes you don't have to fully hit the button. You start
That's
realizing the pressure. Once you
That might be the bottom for
recognize,
that.
hey, then we go into, after that, just some forgiving, some of that's root searching, the roots. That's why it's hard too. You're gonna have to hit some roots out along the way.
Well, being able to look at a certain way that you act or a certain thing that you do and working on it are two different things.
Yeah.
Because I can see stuff in me that I need to change.
Exactly.
But that don't mean I've changed. Just like smoking. That's terrible. It's a terrible habit. It's nasty. It stinks. It's gross. It's expensive. But you try to put me without a cigarette and I'm probably punch somebody. I'm just saying. I'm not.
So it's a struggle. It's always a struggle.
Right.
But there are other ways that if I improve in this in certain aspects, that time will come as long as I keep going.
And life is so short. Life is so short. Do not stay in a situation that you're not happy in because life is too short.
And that's where I go to. I spent my life on everything was why bother, why bother, why bother.
Yeah.
And I was not living. Why not? Shit. And this is the other thing I want to say.
I know you just heard that.
Yeah. Pattern. Mm-hmm. We repeat. At some point, we got to say, well, what is the similar patterns to all these situations that have me that put me in the same type of spot? Even though it's different people coming at me, something is the same that keeps leading to the same depressive and negative shit.
Aww.
So we look at those patterns and then we break those patterns.
Aww, okay, dog, you're the best. I actually been sitting here for 45 minutes happy. LOL, me and I've been watching but listening.
No, don't worry about us.
Started
to
stream. That is awesome. But that's cool though. That's so cool.
Love you for that, but you're happy too. Don't feel obligated. I want to know you're happy, but like, don't.
Y'all hit bottom so many times. I don't understand why they left me. And I don't know them or why or the situation or anything like that. But God sometimes takes people out of our lives because maybe they hurt us a whole lot more if they were in it. Maybe God's saving us from a lot of broken relationships down the road, even though it's broken, even though it's terribly broken, completely crevice there.
But He might be isolating us for the time to heal, and we're not realizing this is our time to heal. That's where we start taking out the hoarding.
But in that, it builds you to be a person who's able to be there for somebody who was abandoned. And you might not be able to even deal with it right now in your own aspect, but there will come a day when that realization, that perspective changes. And instead of being a victim, you're going to become a hero. And that's so true in so many things.
And it's not your purpose to be a hero, but you will have that message.
Even if it's in your own life. For others, to be able to, just like we were talking about, to be able to share pain, to be able to be there for others is and you got to pour into yourself before you can pour into others. You got to be able.
Let's put it this way. I was giving so much of my well that every drop, every time I started to say it rained in my life, and I tried giving up that, whether it's in bounty or rain, I was falling short that I wasn't drinking. So let's say I wasn't soaking in what I needed. I wasn't surviving. I was dehydrating myself and to a dangerous point.
I think it's like self-suffrage. We know.
And in kind hearts, sometimes with deep hearts, we'd rather take on the weight of the world.
Mm-hmm.
But realistically, that defeats the purpose of us wanting to help others, because at some point then, how are we going to help when we ain't around?
Right. Well, if I'm not taking care of myself, I'm not going to be able to be there for you,
and
because
that's
I'm
righteous
mentally
parts,
not there.
And righteous thoughts are, hey, I need a break, I need a recharge, I need to do this. That's righteous. You're not in the wrong. People will tell you, but you have that right to be in that spot, because you need to be in that spot in order to do good for the ones that really do need and all. And if you want to get biblical, we are fucking up God's plan by not taking care of ourselves. And that's where we earn it, and the gifts come because, hey, you understand the value of self, which means you understand the value of that gift of life. There's more gifts because now you've proven and shown you can handle it. We already are handling it, but we're not realizing we are handling it. That we're good, that we've been doing. And that's when the perspective changes. Life, even if you want to take that, if you believe in karma opens up because it's saying, hey, here's what it is. You know what? You're ready for it. Think of a child. We are still children under God, no matter what. We have to either learn to let our kids go, experience the world. But what do? We're not going to give them a $100 pair of shoes that we know they're going to screw up in 2 seconds. After a while, we go, you know what? You're old enough to understand. You need to take care of your things. Well, God sometimes has been giving us situations like, yo, you need to take care of your things, meaning you. And guess, you know what happens? He's waiting on us. But once we start taking care of our things, ourselves, and looking for ourselves, you know what he says? You're ready for the next gift. You know what? I realize you finally got it. You're working hard for those straight A's, like we tell our kids. Work for our straight A's. What do we do out of love? We see that effort, we reward them. But if we know they're being knuckleheads and we are under, children of God, we are
Georgia
knuckleheads.
Farmer, happy Valentine's
You know,
Day.
we're knuckleheads. So you know what happens? He's waiting on us. Life is waiting on us to start making
We're
room,
getting, and
becoming
that's it's
us.
like in rehab, getting
Yeah.
out of my own way. I have to get out of my own way. But Beverly,
Georgia
you
Farmer,
said
happy
I just
Valentine's
want
Day.
to show that love is needed, and
Yeah.
I know what it's like without it. Maybe this is just maybe because I know for me, like I want that love and attention from even my family at home. This is the gratefulness of me being there and slaving away every single day. Just a little bit of something. And instead of me waiting on them to love me, watch out, I'm coming through because I'm gonna love you right on through. You know what I'm saying? And then and
Either
then
you
you're
win or
showing it.
whatever. Yeah.
You're showing it and you're being a light and they're like, oh, okay, maybe I see how happy she is or this or that or how she's handling this or that. And it's gonna change perspectives around you.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Or even putting your foot down and saying, this is it, I've had enough. I deserve better. That's it's not so much being a terrible person as it is standing up for the right of yourself, because you're going to lose yourself if you don't stand up and say something quick and or go off and hurt somebody in a negative way versus just kicking somebody in the rear and saying, look, Holmes, get it together, I don't like how you treat me. If you don't see how you treat me, then maybe you need to step back and take a look, because something ain't right up in here. And then again, if it's a situation that you're not just Okay, sorry, my computer quit on me. But I want all of you to know that you're not alone. Okay, I want all of you to know, Beverly, darling, I'm praying for you and I'm here for you. Okay, always will be. I pray that that you'll get some clarity in on what it is that you should do, because I think that instead of waiting around on them to become the people that you need them to be or want them to be, maybe you should become the person that maybe they need you to be, and it might not have to be so pretty. I'm just saying. Because you deserve the world, and I realize that I do too. And a lot of us show love and give love so differently. So also, maybe if it's never been brought to their attention, bring it to their attention. That's what I had to do. I literally sat down with both of my children many of times, not just once, several, and be like, listen, you don't understand. I have germophobia, okay? And you live in a house full of people. It's really hard, especially when you have a 5-year-old child. No offense, kids are gross, okay? Kids are nasty. And so I have to help them realize that I need help. I can't do all this on my own. There's too much to do. And then I'm having to do this, or I'm having to do that, or you're not picking up after yourself, or I'm having to get on to you, this or that, and then it's like, well, they really aren't even knowing that they're not helping because they're not looking at the world in my perspective. They're in their room doing their homework or playing a game. They have no clue in the world what's going, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes just bringing a problem to light or how somebody's treating you, even if you brought it to light 15 times, maybe this one time will be the time that they need or you need to realize what needs to change. That's what had to happen with me. I had to literally sit down with my entire family. I had to completely break down as a person. That's why I stopped YouTube and I stopped putting out videos, because I was so lost on who I was and what I wanted. I still am. Don't have a clue. But the thing about it is today is my perspective has changed. Whatever. But I know that I'm going to be happy because I can make myself happy by myself. That's honest. So we all deserve to be the best us that we can possibly be for everybody else around us, but also we just deserve that for ourselves. You know what I mean? We deserve for people to treat us good, and sometimes it's really hard to admit that you're not being treated good or that you need out of the situation. Anyways, I love you guys so much. Please know I'm here for you. Okay. My husband pretty. I need that to change. Well, my darling, it will. Between just changing that perspective, or seeing your part in it and what you can play, what you can do to help change it. And then if it doesn't, then it's maybe time to go. I'm not trying to uproot you or anything. But anyway, I love each and every one of you so much. I want all of you to know that you're special, you're loved, and you're important. I love all of you. I'm super excited for what we've got going on here in Jersey. And then in Orlando, I mean, it's just so much coming. Make sure that you're subscribed. Make sure you're following us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're going to be going live on all of them. So you just never know what's going to be going on in the next few days. So make sure you're subscribed. I love all of you so much. I hate to get off here, but it is 5:30 in the morning.
Don't forget to check out on Facebook, Jenny&Jose's Facebook page, official page for this. And make sure those notifications are on and share it out, because we can come up last minute within a few hours like, hey, we're doing this challenge. We'll try to get it out for enough time, but you never know. And you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Make sure
New York too is
subscribe to Community Lounge. Make sure to subscribe to Community Lounge.
Yeah.
And that should be in the descriptions of most of my videos. It's in every one of my videos that I've put descriptions in.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah.
But because we're going to probably do it on that one. But New York, also a lot can happen at any moment.
Yeah.
So we can see a fire and go, oh, you know what? We're going to do this. Or we can see some of the
I might be fascinated by something.
And like
be live in it the whole time. Yeah.
So during the days, during the week, Keep notifications on.
For sure, because you just never know. Love you guys so much. I want you to know that the things that you're going through in life are building you to be the person you're meant to be. And today you're meant to be the person you are right now. So just breathe. It's okay. The only demands I think that are the hardest on us are the demands we put on ourselves. And just being able to sit back and just say, hold up. Hold up. Way.
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Where am I going with this?
Okay. I love you guys. I'm going to go to bed. It's late. I don't even know if I can go to bed. I got so excited about going live and just being able to. I love, this is what gets me. This is what I love. This is why I started my channel. And it's always been that kind of adrenaline with it. But anyway, I hope that maybe that shed a little bit of love and light to somebody out there, a little bit of just inspiration or positivity or an I can do it attitude. Because I'm telling you, through Christ, all things are possible, first off. And secondly, you always got somebody right here with me, and I know with Jose too, that is here to help lift you up or just listen to your problems. Because I promise you, if I got a problem, I might be coming to you with it. You just never know. Thank you for coming and just opening your heart and sharing your story and your pain, because that's hard. It's difficult to put yourself out there, and I appreciate that. Thank you for that. I really do. That is what I try to do through my channel. I know that we've been doing a lot of more vlogs, and I have inspirational type, devotional type videos. And it's just been, my channel has been a transition of me and who I am in these past few years. And you can see it. You can see it through the videos of who I was and where I went and all that. But anyways, I love you guys so much. Know that God loves you and I love you too. I'm going to bed. Happy Valentine's Day 2021. 2020, we can't 8. 2021, happy Valentine's Day. Love you guys so much. Have a super blessed night. I am going to go to bed so I can get up and do some editing in Jersey tomorrow. How about you? Love you guys.